Okay. Will we consider them with their best teams or just general in power? With the best team, everything, Naxer, everything. A rover? Do we count rover? Last one. We will do rover last one. Okay. So, Verena, you can guys start. What do you think about Verena?
So I think Verena A, and I would have said S, but I feel like recently with the release of Mournier and Lene, she probably got knocked down a place because there's more options now.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Simply because of DPM and the value of general supports and the fact that you can use them twice in that game mode puts any general support in the SSS tier.
Yeah, and that's why I thought maybe S tier for Arena, not SS tier. Because of what Sina said.
Okay, I actually agree with
Sorry,
that.
it was me,
That Verena is still S tier. I actually agree with that. Me personally, I would even put her in the SS tier. Me personally, just because how valuable and fast and good she is. Let's not forget how much attack she gives. It's not all about crit damage and crit rate. She gives a lot of attack bonus. But if you guys agree that she's S tier, that's fine.
I'm fine with this.
I still think she's the top tier simply because of her rotation time, buffs provided, and the fact you can get her for free basically, and she's a standard unit.
For me personally, she will be always S tier. But if you all agree that she's S, except Sina, she will stay at S tier.
I mean, if you consider that she's free and everyone can have her, then she's S tier, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I think either way, for me, it doesn't. I don't mind if she's SSS either, but I do think that as we get more support characters, she's
Shorekeeper and Mornai are just overall better. That's for sure. So let's just keep her on the S tier. Because I'm being a little bit biased, right? Okay. Then we got...
Actually, not even too sure if Verena and Monnier are on the same tier. Maybe Monnier is a bit worse, actually.
Worse?
Yeah.
Mournier is very, very restrictive with her kit. Without Lin or her S1, she's a dog shit tier.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, hell no.
At baseline, she at least provides the same amount of buffs as Verena, I guess. So maybe... Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on. Anchor.
I would say at least B tier.
He's the lowly, not a support D tier.
She's one of the strongest S0 DPS in the game still. At least from what I know.
Yeah,
if you
I
pair
think
her
she's
with
pretty
Luba,
good.
she's actually one of the best S0 DPS you can have.
So B tier.
She's triple S.
Depends if we put D tier like skip, never play, and C tier kinda bad, then she would be B tier.
Oh, I just put her in a D tier so we can just see what we are talking about. Okay, so we all agree B tier. Great DPS, but when you get new characters, it kinda drops off. Is that it?
I mean, I would also consider Anchor to be a bit harder to play than others.
True.
So to unlock her full potential, you kind of need to do the basic dodge cancel tech to get like three hits in, like from her basic attack chain, where you need to use dodge counters to speed up the rotation, or like use the skill in the correct time to cancel your first chain. It's kind of it's not that easy to pull off with Anchor, to be honest. So maybe not that high. We can see. Maybe we can drop it down later.
Okay, so we all agree Anchor B tier.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Okay, the next one we got was Gao, or so-called Ling Yang.
D tier.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've seen some people play Ling Yang and do fine. damage-wise, but I really don't think he's very good.
He's just a niche character, let's face it. Everyone hates him.
So D tier.
Apart from like tooling young mains, so he brings literally nothing to the table.
Okay, that's fair, I guess. Then we got Calcharo.
And here's the elephant in the room. Because Calcharo is still one of the highest skill-based characters in the game. To play him correctly, you have to play him very sweaty, which is not, in general, player-friendly, is if we consider that aspect as well. So there's that.
I would just put him in D tier, honestly.
I think Calcharo deserves a bit more. I would even say B for Calcharo. Maybe at the bottom of
Okay,
B.
can I ask something? Did anybody here build him?
Oh, hell no.
Not fully.
here.
I think you're the only one that's built him.
Okay,
think,
so me. Okay,
his-
can I say something?
Yeah.
I built him, I played him, and pretty much he can be used only on the left and right over, where level enemy is 90. That's my opinion of Calcharo.
I mean, his motion values aren't too high, and his Death Messenger has like a 2-second animation time or something. So it's really hard to.
I would put
get
him
as
at,
many
at,
Death
at,
Messengers
at the
possible,
B
and-
tier. Honestly, I would put him at the B tier. Maybe now with Linaye, maybe, sure, B tier. And maybe Mornaye, Linaye, and Calcharo, so you don't get interrupted. Maybe that will work, B tier. But that's a lot
But
of
I would-
investment.
Kinda like
Would you? I would say Gian is more B tier than C tier. So would you say Kachara is better
So-
than Gian?
No. So
Let's maybe somewhere in the middle. So we put him in C.
C tier. Okay. C tier. Okay. Next one we got the Aerial Lady, or so-called Jinshin.
Jianshin.
Janshin. Okay. Genshin.
Personally, I don't use her. I don't see her value at all. But maybe it's because I've got other characters that can do. I've got Chakona. I've got characters like that can kind of fit her role. So for me, she's maybe a C.
Here's the thing. I did play with Jianshin during the 1.0 era. And she's not that terrible. Her main problem now in the meta is the fact she's very slow. She requires too much of a field time for what she gives. And that basically drops her way down the tier list for me. She does
I would
provide
agree.
shield, she does provide healing, she does provide great AoE, she has great ability to counter mobs, but still that's working very, very slow. For like, say, side towers, 1 to 3, she would be okay, because there's no as much time pressing on your clear as in the fourth floor on side towers with the bosses and in the middle, so she can still be used there, I think. But in general, she's also very sequences dependent to make her work. So
I mean,
a zero
yeah.
junction for sure is just unusable. As one fixes her a little bit, and it gets better with each sequence, but still she's just very slow for the amount of things she can provide the team.
Yeah, and Spoons says she's good looking, so I don't know.
You wanted to say something,
That's one
Bazilla?
tier up. Basically the same thing. Like for she provides a really good buffs, but
Maybe
Kinda
I will
damage.
clarify this. Why
Damage
she's
is
too
kinda
slow?
low,
Because
so-
she's very
yeah.
immobile. That's the
Um,
main thing.
Well, the only thing I can say about Aero Lady, since I use her since day one, and I'm still using Aero Lady whenever I need her. She is sequencing needed, so basically you need Makaroto R5 and you need sequence 2 to make her actually work smooth. Of course, you can do some quick swap rotations, where you get the ER. But if you wanna do the hyper carry teams, like I usually like to play, yeah, I would say you need S2 and Makaroto R5, which is pretty high investment, if in my opinion. So what's the tier we're gonna put her in?
Yeah, her only value is her outro buff and Moonlit. So
Yep.
I don't know. Is that
Yeah,
valuable?
her
I would
DPS
say
is
like
not.
C.
I would
See?
honestly put her in the same tier as Calcharo. She's
Okay.
very situational, not that strong in the hands of regular player.
Okay.
Because she
And
requires specific type
yeah, yeah.
of gameplay.
Well, now we can move on to the
I
limited characters. Which first one is Gian.
Are we not doing the 4 stars?
No, we can do the 4 stars at the end. I guess it's fine. I wanna cover the meat and potato, which is the limited. First,
Okay.
we're gonna do the limited. At the end, we can do rover and 4 stars. There is not much of them anyway. So Gian first.
Well, since I don't pull on my else.
I like Gian. I think
Yeah.
he's still good. He's still really good in Wiwa. Yeah, what can I say? I'd say he's probably like at least B.
The fact that both Chacona and kind of carry him, and the fact that he has the advanced Qinglong Dragon, Secret Monk technique, cancels, and stuff like that. Some people with the very sweaty gameplay still can clear even the middle tower with him, using the 1.0 team, aka the Gian, the Mortefi, and Verina. So, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's very good at single target, but his AoE is still good. He hasn't aged well, but out of 1.0 characters, he's still strong. Better than Yinlin.
Oh,
Bro.
oh
Too early.
god.
Too
We need
early.
another. We need another tier for Yinlin.
So where should he be placed on the tier list?
Next to Anchor, I think. His problems are his low range, no auto targeting. If he misses attacks because bosses jump away, his rotation is bricked and you can reset.
Build wise, he's also one of the few characters who needs like 130 ER to work on his Nightmare Echo. So there's also that. And most people do forget that.
Okay, can I just say something?
So
Since
this.
Naxer, he's better than the Anchor, I think we're gonna rearrange the tier list at the end. Like who comes first and who comes last on the tier list. So don't worry about that, Naxer. We're gonna rearrange it. Okay. Me personally, I got nothing to say for Gian since I don't play him. So yeah, zero input from me. I don't know how the dude works, so we can move on to Yilin.
Yelin is a separate tier, aka G, aka Gun tier. That's it
below
for Yelin. That's all she's good for, in my opinion.
You know what? I really like the way Yinlin looks, but she is so bad.
Dog agrees.
Yeah.
Dog agrees.
Even my dog agrees.
Dog agrees.
Yeah.
She's at least above Jianshin, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
even above
Only
Calculator.
value Yelin has is her signature. She's way too slow, way too counterable for the current meta. And honestly, she's only good for the boss battles, if anything. I mean, she has decent AoE, but she doesn't have the damage output to back up this AoE. And let's not forget that her coordinated attacks work when you have the debuff on the mob. So it's not like ZZ or Cantarella where you get a buff on your team. You have to place that debuff on the mob. And when this debuff ends, you're not doing, or when the mob dies with the debuff, you're not doing any damage from the coordinated attacks, right?
So what you're saying is she applies a mark on enemies, and
Yeah, exactly.
the mark
She
doesn't carry
applies-
over if the enemy dies. So she applies one set of marks every rotation, and if the enemies die, You
You're
just
basically
stop
fucked.
doing coordinated attacks.
In comparison to
That's why she sucks in Weaver.
in comparison to recent
She sucks
Mornia
everywhere.
release, Mornia, even in her base kit, has the transfer of the mark. It's conditional, but she has that quality of life factor with her, which Lin lacks.
So what's the tier we're gonna put Yilin in?
Personally, as much as I like her design, like I said, for me it's a G tier and nothing else
G
until she gets fixed.
or
Yeah,
D?
G for Gunning.
Well, so where do we put her,
Yeah, I
guys?
agree. I think put her at the bottom,
D tier?
maybe above Ling Yang. I'd rather pull String Master than pull her.
Well, we're gonna rearrange the stuff later when we are done with the 5 stars. So I'll go.
What Yilin mains?
Okay,
This
next
one's
one
hard.
is
Ooh.
Jinshi.
And here's the surprise: Jinshi is at least A tier for me. Because as much as we can talk about the power creep, HP inflation, etc., she still has the quick swap possibility, which some of the characters lack. And she still can hit really, really hard, even at S0. Like, we're talking like 2 times 200 plus 400 nukes, like 300 plus 600k nukes. She's surprisingly really strong, even despite her need for coordinated attack supports like ZZ or Cantarella. But you can still use her even with character like which would be kind of bricked, Mortefi, because he has coordinated attacks. You can still use her with said earlier Yinlin, and you can still find a spot for a general buffer. So in that regard, she didn't really age that badly as Jian did, in my opinion.
Oh no,
And I
for
have even
me
seen
she's
people
I would say the
through-
opposite, actually. I think she's terrible now, and you should never get her if you have a choice. I mean, with Jian, maybe it's questionable if you should get him, but Jinshi you should skip. You should never pull or get Jinshi.
Jian is still kind of more restrictive with his teammates because his
But at
two
least-
best
yeah, I
characters
guess-
are for now Mortefi and Yuno, while Jinshi has more. And she's more quick swap friendly, which elevates her skill ceiling. That's why I put her above Jian.
Boons?
For me, I mean, I can't say too much on her. I've never played her before.
Dane.
So my opinion comes from just seeing other people play her. I think her damage is just a bit low these days. But I like her as a character. I think she's cool. She's got cool abilities.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
for me, maybe
Bazila, you got something to add?
Maybe a B for me.
I said she is the S tier for me, so yep.
Can you explain why?
I mean, she still carries me everywhere, and her damage is really, really good with the, let's say, Cantrella and Zeshi. So, yep, I really like her.
Okay, I guess I will give my input too, since I still play Jinshi somewhat. I don't have Jeji nor Cantarella, but whenever I play Jinshi, she usually performs okay-ish. I got nothing against her. I like her quick swap. I mean, quick swap. Let's not call it quick swap. I usually call it double intro, because you start from, let's say, Verina to Jinshi, then from Jinshi you go to, I don't know, Yilin, for example, then from Yilin to Jinshi, then from Jinshi to Verina, right? And her cooldown is really good. You can get out a lot of damage in the meantime, but compared to the premium teams, yeah, it's kind of lowish damage. But as I said, I don't have the best, so which is the Cantarella. So I don't know. I think for me she's like an A tier.
But let's not forget one crucial thing: bullying. With the addition of bullying, Jinshi got another general support option.
True, but you need S6 bullying.
Sooner or later, people will get to that point.
Okay.
That's my point. If you have, I would say like
general
this:
take.
if you already have Jinshi on your account, you can still reliably use her. If you would want to pull her in the current meta, if you don't have her and you would want to pull her, I would advise kind of against it. Because she still falls off compared to the newest units.
Yeah. So where should we put her?
Like I said, I still think she's A tier, even though she requires a bit of
I mean, if you put her in A tier,
skill investment.
Okay, so we're gonna put her in the A tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put her in A tier.
Fine with
Probably
me.
because of the. I like her because of the bias. So
Yeah. Okay. Next one is my favorite wife, Chang Li. You better behave. Bans are coming.
If you put Jinshi in A tier, then Changli needs to be in S tier, I guess.
put her below the
I'd
Yilin.
say A tier for Changli as well. I like Changli. I think she's a really cool character, but she doesn't have the damage that some of the characters these days. Her damage is even lower than Jinshi.
But that's the thing about Chang Li. She got better team. Because we are talking
personally,
teams and her.
Personally, her main flaw is labeling her as a main DPS. Because she's not a main DPS, she's a sub DPS. And her whole kit is very oriented toward quick swap. And you won't convince me otherwise because she has almost zero typical hypercar potential.
I disagree with you. I was playing Pounds on the free-to-play account yesterday and I cleared it full points.
Yeah, but what was the team
second try.
used?
What? Second try? Doesn't matter.
But it's true that you can
That gave
get a
me
lot
50k
more out of her.
points.
You can get a lot more out of her if you quick swap. She is the quick swap character in the game.
So
She's very interruptible, almost in her entire kit, besides the big nukes.
We
her Forte explosion and
yeah, we are all reviewing S0 characters, of course.
yeah.
If you put Changli in A tier, then I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I would put her still above Jian, but in the B tier. Simply because she by herself is not a DPS material, as a main DPS material.
Okay. Spoons and Bazilla.
I'm fine with A.
Put her in A. Yeah.
A. So it's 4 against 1 on A. Cena lose.
And now
It's fine.
Can we maybe
It's fine. We all like big
discuss
boobas.
if you should pull her on her rerun or something, if she ever gets a banner or rerun or maybe a selector?
Sure. You can try.
Would you pull her? Would you suggest getting her or just skipping her always?
Me personally, pull. Easy. Get her weapon, get her S6.
Break your account.
Easy skip.
Get her S6.
Get
her
the
perfect
weapon,
5 out of 5
get S6, and then she will do
Use all
damage.
transducers.
I would say this: if you enjoy doing quick swaps, you can pull her. Even for Amy, I would say, simply because of her outro.
I mean, we can ask Bazilla here, since he plays every S0 character R1. Mr. Bazilla, does Changli, Lupa, and Shorekeeper still clear middle tower?
Oh, yeah, it's really good team. But I wanted to say, like, if you plan to get Changli without Lupa, then yeah, you gotta waste your money.
It kind of comes with the package, you would say. Lupa and Changli, if you wanna play one or another, they come in a package, right? So yeah, there you go. If any of you plans to pull Changli, you need to Lupa. Okay, then we said it all. Yep, let's move to the painter girl, or so-called Jeji.
This is a character I really like, but I don't think she's very good. I'd say C for me. She just doesn't do anything besides be in a team with Carlotta.
She
Yeah,
can
maybe.
also
Damn.
work with Jinshi.
For me, she is the S
Or
tier.
didn't she?
But yeah.
The thing with Zizi, let me just scroll to her, is the fact she gives the next character energy, the fact that she's buffing resonance skill damage, and the fact she has very quick rotation. She's very hard to interrupt. She has like maybe 2 seconds of vulnerability before you max out her porta, and that's it. She can fly, she can cheese some bosses, give you some of the respite. But that's the thing, she's not a main DPS, she's a support character, and just a support character. So that's the thing. In terms of compatibility with other characters, there's like Jinshi, of course, Carlotta, of course, and that's basically it for now.
Yeah.
Because we
Put
have
her
not
in-
many skill-based characters.
Put her in B tier like her cup size.
Okay. Any other opinion on her?
Oh, by the way,
If Krolova needed
Then
energy,
she'd be in
she
A,
would be
not
more
B.
useful.
funny thing,
Fuck.
like the moment I got her from 1.1, I'm using her like every time, like non-stop. So that's why she's the S for me. She's useful in every team. Like
She's
you
more
can use her.
situational, I would say. Solid
True.
B tier, depending on her, which team you want to put her. You could put her in A as a beast for Carlotta, for example. But in general, I would put her in B tier. Simply because of the bullying release. So yeah.
But yeah, you can put her like in B.
And let's not beat around the bush. Coordinated attacks are a nothing burger in WoA. Coordinated attacks do like literally no damage. They're used just to trigger buffs.
Okay. I got nothing to
Yeah.
say on Zeji since I don't own her. I played her only on the count clears. I always find her annoying to use, not gonna lie. I don't like her at all. She's ugly. So we can move on. Mechanical
But I guess,
dildo.
okay.
No, go on.
Jeji, I guess she has, just 3 teams maybe? Jinchi, Carlotta, and Gao. So
I
let's go
mean,
to calculator.
you kinda can use her in every team if you look at it objectively, but premium teams, I guess, sure.
I mean, that's not bad, I guess. So she's not too bad.
I don't think
It's just that
she's
she's a
bad,
smelly nerd.
but yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I just don't like her because of how she looks. That's about it. I'm biased. Anyway, let's move to the mechanical dildo, or so-called Zhang Liao.
Don't have him.
Who?
Never played him.
Who? I couldn't understand those words. Sorry.
Mechanical dildo or Zhang Liao.
I don't use things like that.
Zhang Ling. Bro, we are not playing the Genshin.
So
put him
nobody played Zhang Liao.
I honestly didn't.
I mean, he's got, you know what? He's got cool looking abilities. He's got cool animations. Besides that,
Okay, I guess I will get my input since it seems
Not into dildos.
I'm the only person who played him, it seems. Zhang Liao was really good until maybe like 2 point something. He was really good. I used him for clearing every game for sure. I even had the 4-star weapon on him, and he was clearing shit with Yinlin and Shorekeeper, right? That was the premium team for a big AoE. He had stop time, AoE, so it was pretty decent team, I would say. But as of now, it seems like his damage just got power crept to the ground, and he's not doing any damage. I don't know how he performs with his standard, with his limited weapon, so not sure. But I would say like B tier, maybe.
Yeah, with Lenai.
he has
Lenai.
gotten better since the Nye came out.
Yeah, but you have to also consider the fact that he hasn't had a rerun. And we also have to consider current meta and the rerun value for pulling a character. And there's also one more problem with 1.x characters, especially the DPS ones, that not many people are willing to admit. 1.x characters have problems with crit rate. You have to get really high rolls to compensate for the second half of 2.x or even current releases, as you can see with Ami's set, since that's confirmed info now. A lot of later characters have either built-in crit rates, either on sequences or in their sets, or some kind of buffs that you can use. Characters are more balanced towards crit rate than they were in 1.x. So you're more likely to end up with stats like 65, maybe to 70%, compared to later releases who easily clear 70, 80 threshold. That's also the thing you have to consider when evaluating a character's value, especially their rerun value.
So Jinji is bad because she never crits.
Yeah, even with 80%, yeah.
Okay, I mean,
I
sure,
don't know.
crit rate in that stuff, sure, but
I
Besides,
think
there's
he's
also
got very low pull value.
yeah,
another thing
wouldn't
is we only
recommend
have one
anyone pull
Electro
him.
set.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
True.
have no
So
And
Zhang
no
doesn't really
ability
work
to
with that
fix
set.
him.
I would even
fix his
add
stats.
something on that. 1.0 echo sets are kinda not trash, but compared to the new ones, limited echo sets, they're kinda trash. Like, cause it feels like every new echo set for a new character feels like specially designed around the character, not like 1.0, right?
Yeah, and then just the interesting fact about Zhang Liao is that the 4-piece electro set doesn't even really work on him because you have the heavy attack trigger condition, so you would have to adjust the rotation on him to trigger the full set effect. That's why most players play 2-piece or Lingering Tunes 4-piece.
Okay.
Do they actually 4-piece? I think they just play 2-piece, 2-piece. Because you can't really reliably activate 4-piece electro set.
I see.
And another thing Zhang Liao is used for in the past is that his Liberation has a time scam mechanic where you can get like the timer to stop for around 1 second after his Liberation. If you do Liberation and then swap, the timer will freeze for a bit. That's why many speedrunners put in Zhang Liao in slot 3 just for the time scam. Just a fun fact.
Okay. So where would he belong on the tier list?
Personally, C tier. He's not as bad as the bottom of the barrel, but he's still not as good to justify putting him in the current meta, in my opinion. If you have him, you can make use of him somehow and build around his flaws, but he's definitely not a top level chef of performance, in my opinion.
So
Besides, he's a mouse, so he gets a debuff as well.
rest of you
in
guys
that
C tier.
regard.
I'm happy with C, I
Above
think.
Well,
calculate,
yeah,
I
he's
guess.
better than the Calcharo, so yep.
Okay. Next character we got Shorekeeper.
It's easy SSS. Can move on.
We don't wanna talk about Shorekeeper.
I
mean,
mean, what's there to
what
talk
there is to
about?
talk
Everyone
about.
knows she's the best character in the game still. So.
Okay, true. Still the best character in the game, true.
Listen,
Okay.
here's the thing. Everyone will wail on 3.1, either for Amy or Luke. And if you're lacking Shorekeeper because you are a returning player and you didn't want to reroll your account to get advantage of the new starting banners and you don't have a Shorekeeper on your account, you will still wail on one of those two characters to get the Shorekeeper for free. And that puts a little bit of perspective how valuable she is.
I got nothing to say except Shorekeeper is still the best character in the game. Mornaya is really good, but I still think that Shorekeeper is. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's here and there between Mornaya and Shorekeeper. One is.
You can argue with
yeah.
one thing about Shorekeeper, since we're going a little bit into details, her concerto build-up. Sure, there is variation, but not everyone is guaranteed to have a variation. Yes, it can be a thing. Even her signature changes a bit of the rotation you do with her, but you can still remedy that with just dodges. And that's one thing people forget, that dodges give you concerto.
Yes, true. But you
She's
need to remember
still
that people
a
can
bit-
dodge.
She's still
Oh,
a bit too
dodge.
slow on Wiwa for me personally. And you have to work around that for Wiwa specifically. But for bosses, that problem is basically non-existent, since you can just weave her field time into dodging 1 or 2 attacks and significantly lowering her field time with this.
I feel like it's only slow in the first rotation, though.
Yep.
Once you've gone through the first
I was
rotation,
about to say
it's
that.
way faster. So it's only that first.
That's also true.
Yeah, I was about to say, once you get to the second rotation, you get her intro, her special intro, right? You need to get
It doesn't.
You
I
build up
just wanted.
1/4 of her concerto right away.
I just wanted to mention that it doesn't diminish her value in the list.
Oh yeah,
It's
definitely.
just some caveat.
Yeah, I mean, we can pretty much all agree that the character you want on your account, otherwise I would call it bricked, is Shorekeeper. We can all agree on that.
Yep.
She's
Agreed.
the pillar of your account. She will carry like 90% of your characters everywhere they go. So there is nothing. Yeah, just that. Okay.
And she
next.
doesn't even need a signature
Yes,
to be
true.
good.
Yep, true. Next we got Camellia.
B tier, maybe even lower. I don't know.
I think B.
I'm kind
don't
of
know.
conflicted because she's not as flexible as Jinshi, but she's also, in my opinion, a little bit better than Jian. But Camellia's main problem is the lack of internal buffs. Like, she's very, very high stat dependent and hard stat dependent. And that's her main flaw. She's a nuke type of character, so you have to rely on her having high crit rate. She does have longer field time, as the main DPS technically should be. She's more suited for typical hyper carry than quick swap. She has very little quick swap potential compared to other characters. But you can still use her to choose some boss mechanics like Myriad, like Sentry, etc. The bosses that people find annoying. And that puts a little bit of value for her as a pool value. But considering current meta, like I said, the hard stat how should I put it, requirement on her gives that pool a little less value. Compared to characters like, say, Prolova, who can utilize the longer the battle takes, the stronger she gets, Camellia lacks that value. And that's why she's also very Havoc resistance bricked, because she doesn't ignore Havoc resistance, like, say, Cantarella with her weapon, or Prolova using her passive with the crit damage, right? So there's also that.
Deal some
She's
damage.
also...
Can we go next?
I
I would put her
Bazilla
high on the
opinion.
B tier.
I want
High on
I'm
the
happy
B
with
tier.
B. I think she's still
And
good
that's
for
it.
Wiwa. She's still good in AoE endgame scenarios.
can I get Bazilla's
true.
opinion, since he got Pero and with Bazilla, a bit with Bazilla, with Camellia and
Yeah, that is
yeah.
me. But yeah, I would say the S. But then again, that's like my opinion, because I can still clear with Camellia and Pero the middle tower, like everything. Just do.
I can
So
only say for Camellia as S2 Heather. And for comparison with... Wait, let me... Did I use Shorekeeper or Verena in her team? I have to check quickly, because that will also change some things. Give me 2 seconds. Team...
but yeah,
Yeah, I
what do you
use her
like?
with Shorekeeper and Sanhua, so the team is basically pretty free-to-play friendly, if you could say that. She still scored, mind you, that was S2. She still scored 6.6k in DPM.
Yep.
If you use her on the correct bosses and adjust your airtime to the boss patterns, she can perform really well. But still, like I said, S0 lacks the extra damage that she needs. That's why I would put her high on the B tier, but not in the A tier.
Yeah,
She doesn't
she
have
got
the raw
that
output of
wheelchair.
Jinshi at S0.
She got that wheelchair gaming, so that's really new player unfriendly. But her damage is really, really good. So, and the biggest problem is people are building her on crit damage. So yeah, you kind of need crit fish.
I wanted to add to that since I done a lot of account reviews and like 99% of not 99% but like 90% of Camellia builds are usually wrong on S0. For some reason people just like to put crit damage on her and watch her big nuke do more damage without considering her enchant basic attack, which is valuable the same as her big nuke. And if you don't crit in her enchant state, you pretty much lose all the DPS value on her and she won't clear shit. So I think it's honestly just people building Camellia wrong.
That's also the problem with every new character, basically.
But Camellia is not a nuke character. Camellia got consistent DPS output if you play her correctly. I don't know why people are so focused on her enchant E boom damage when her enchant state when she does the blossom thingy, it gives good multipliers and good damage. You just need to build her on crit rate.
Big number go boom. That's
Yeah.
why.
I honestly think
mean-
that she's not shining just because people don't know how to build her.
I
Which
mean,
is also
mine
not
is
too easy to
still
play
at
against.
73% crit rate on crit damage focus, so I'm good.
Well, me personally, I would put her in the A tier. I don't like her gameplay, honestly, but the damage when I played on Bazilla account was pretty decent. Now up to you guys how you wanna decide which rank she gonna use.
Like I said, considering rerun pool value, I would put her higher on the B tier.
Yeah, I'd say top B as well.
The rest of you agree?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We're gonna rearrange the list later, guys. So we're gonna put who is A first and blah 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 like that. We're gonna rearrange the list later. Okay, and then we're gonna move to the 2.0 Wuthering, which is Carlota.
As
I'd say A for me. I think Carlotta's still good. Still does a lot of damage. But she's going to fall short of characters like Pullover or Uno or Galbrina.
she is still the queen of single target DPS.
Yeah,
she
no,
is the S
I
tier.
disagree. There's quite a few characters that do
Let
more
me-
single target DPS.
Let me
than
tell you
her.
one thing. I have to go to my holograms and put a little bit of perspective because I have S6 R5 Florderies, right? Where the fuck are holograms? Yeah. And I would have to check the clears.
So I can tell you her S0
I
damage.
still used Carlota over my Florderies for Lady of the Sea, for Florderies herself clear, and for False Sovereign. I still used my S3 Carlota over my S6 R5 Florderies to clear them.
Yeah, but you know that Mia is arrow resistant, right?
I mean, like, it doesn't really matter that much. It matters how quality of life Carlota's freeze is on the bosses.
I think she's just easier to play and on autopilot.
She's also a range character.
Yep.
Yep.
Me
She
personally,
definitely has some benefits, but her damage is not on the same level as any of the other 2.
I don't agree with you here, Spoons.
Well,
I think her
just
damage is
looking-
really high when you build her correctly, and you need a little bit of investment onto her, and she will pretty much bring a nuke to the battlefield. That's my opinion on Carlotta.
So her DPS or DPR, damage per rotation, on S0 with Cantarella. Oh no, this is Prolova. Sorry, I was looking it up quickly. I was
don't
looking
know.
at the wrong character.
That-
I would, me
that's why
personally, I would put her
specifically
at
said-
80. Me personally, 80. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, top of 8. Yeah, she
I
does
think A as well. I think she is very good.
Yeah,
she
I don't
I
know.
will stick to my
good
S
amount of
tier.
damage. It's easy to play, but she doesn't perform as well as on her release anymore. On her
Oh,
release,
yeah,
she was the
definitely.
highest cheated DPS, but
Oh
then
yeah,
she fell off.
definitely. But her damage is still really, really good. And as I said, as a player, new friendly character at DPS, I think she is great.
Her
Oh,
free
if
is
for
very
example, when I
Yeah.
can brute force the holograms with Frolova, then like the next choice is Carlotta for me. So yeah, that's how good her damage is.
That's how good she is in general, that you can literally use her as a brute force for bosses.
Yep. So S tier or A tier? You guys decide.
8 tier.
nice. I say
Hey,
I
It
still
gets
say S.
crowded. It gets so crowded if you put an S.
So A. Okay. Then we
You know,
got.
I feel like we can't put her in S because she's not good at every mode in the game. She's not good in Wiwa or anything that requires AoE. She's really good single target damage. But overall, you can't put something in S that's only good at one part of the game.
I mean, that's
True, I
2
guess.
part of the
True,
games,
true.
3 part of the game. Her only real problem in Wiwa, to be completely honest, is the fact you have to line up her liberation with the mobs. If you master your positioning, she can also be used in Wiwa, but that requires very specific.
Yeah, I mean, why go
Lineup.
through all that trouble when you can just pull Prolova and just kill everything without having to worry where you're standing?
That's why
It's
she's
that
S,
kind
not
of-
people S.
That's exactly what I'm
For
saying.
me.
It takes more work to get the same result.
I mean, me personally, I always find Lotta struggling versus 3 or 4 enemies.
Yeah.
oh yeah, she's not.
I mean, you have to-
she's
She
not
is
for AoE.
specifically made to kill a boss. I would say something like Zani even.
You have
She's
to
a she's a
build
boss
the-
killer.
We will get to Zani in a bit.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus
But
Christ.
yeah, we can agree that her damage is still really, really high versus bosses. For Whimpering, it is what it is. But yeah, she will definitely give you on the pound mode, or how you wanna call it, the new endgame mode. She will give you over 5k points in the her premium team, right? So yeah,
Yep.
80. I guess even at the top of 8 tier, we will put Lotta. Next one is Rosia.
D tier.
C or D tier.
Yeah, I really don't like Rosia. I've said multiple times I regret pulling her.
Says everyone. Always.
I've pulled
Oh,
her. I
not
have
me.
never used her in any team, not even in Polova's team.
She has like one team, like 2 teams maybe. The Camellia team, where Sanhua is just marginally worse. And yeah, Frolova has more options. Way more options. So, yeah.
Bazilla, you're the Pero main.
S tier, he
is-
still clears with her.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
above the shopkeeper.
Can we remove him
Uh,
from being a pyromane?
but let's, for example, she is just useful in the Camellia team. So other than that, she is not really good.
So D tier.
That's
Probably,
the
yeah.
easiest D tier for me, as it ever was.
Up to you
I
guys.
feel like D tier is the real prep character. I'd say C at least.
C.
At the
Okay.
bottom of C.
I would kind of agree with this. She is not that bad, but yeah,
I think
not,
she's still
yeah.
better than Ling Yang or Yinlin.
Oh yeah, definitely she is.
Mm.
Okay, so C tier for
Okay.
now. Next one, we got the goddess herself praying for us, Phoebe, the cutie.
Oh, that's the elephant in the room as well. Both Phoebe and Zani basically have the same problem. They want someone else to make them a viable DPS. Besides playing Phoebe, she's kind of a very clunky character to use. The simple fact she lacks the mobility, and she's neither a full range character, neither a full even mid-range character. She's very static, and that takes a lot of her for me as a pull value. Considering her away ability, she still wants Chakona to apply Spectre Frazzle for her in Wiwa. And as far as bosses go, she's just too clunky to me to use as a main DPS, honestly. I just treat her as Zani buff bot, personally.
Any
So I
other
really
opinion?
like Phoebe.
Hmm?
I played her before Zani came out. I do think she is a little bit restricted. She needs either Chakona or Rover to give her the Frazzle stacks to be used as a main DPS. One thing that no one mentioned is when she came out, she had a really good overworld exploration mechanic where you could kind of fly forward with her in the air. And that was amazing. So for
Oh,
me,
yep.
she's probably a B.
I
Oh,
would
damn.
put her in the low middle, maybe of B, because she has her uses, but if I would have the option to pull her now, I would just keep her, honestly. If I didn't have her on my account already.
Well, for me, she is the strong A because she is still more flexible than Zani, and using her as a main DPS is still more damage than Zani. So
Yeah, she's. I would say she's above Zani overall, but
She's more valuable than Zani, for sure. I'll say that.
she has great free-to-play options. Spectral Rover is pretty solid, I guess. And she has
Yep,
one
yep.
of the highest raw scalings in the game, as far as I know. But yeah, she doesn't benefit as much from team buffs.
So
And she needs Spectral Frazzle. She doesn't work in Weaver without how she calls Ikona. And she doesn't really work without Spectral Rover and other contents. So that makes her a bit restricted.
yeah. Anybody else got something to add to Phoebe?
Well, that's all.
Okay.
Don't get her
From
at
me.
6. It's a waste.
Yeah, true. Tier A.
She's above Jinchi for sure. But I don't know.
I kinda agree and disagree with you at that point. I still think she's a decent DPS even without Zani, just being a Zani buffer. But that's just me personally. I think Spectral Rover and Phoebe and Shorekeeper, Phoebe as a hyper carry still deals a lot of damage. But as I said, that's just me. A lot of people don't play Phoebe as a hyper carry, I would assume. So up to you guys where you wanna put her. Vote
I'm
now, I
happy with
guess.
somewhere in A.
Is strong
I
A
still
for
think
me.
she's quite good.
For me, it's an A. For me.
And she's cute.
So we can all agree
And
A.
also, I mean, you know,
I'm big here on this.
she's got something similar to what Carlotta does. She can freeze enemies, she can freeze bosses.
I find her very useful, and keep in mind
Very
that
nice.
her liberation is a very big AoE. Very, very big AoE. So let's put her to A. And then we got the Pirate Boy, which is Brandt.
So I think Brand,
B
I
for
think
brand.
Brand does a lot of damage, but he has a very long rotation as well. So yeah, I
As
don't
much
know.
as I
I'd
hate to
say,
admit it, I would put him in the A tier, honestly.
I would say A for him personally as well.
He works in Monofusion, he works as a hypercar main DPS, he is quick swap friendly as well. To some extent, not as much as, say, Zani or Angli or Jinshi, but I would still put him in the A tier, in the pool as the pool value, simply because he also gives shield and has healing. The main caveat with Brand
Can
is
I
the
just
fact
address something on the chat real quick? Y'all included full Changli team in the consideration, but not full teams for others. Because usually Changli goes into a lot of teams since she's a quick sub character. For example, you would not put Lota in some mixed duo DPS teams. That's why Venus. Okay, you can carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, but commenting to that, Carlotta still has the raw damage output that remedies the fact she doesn't need quick swaps. And kind of same goes for Brand, but there's one big caveat for Brand, and what can break most accounts with Brand. He is very, very stat dependent. To make him perform really well, you basically need like 4 out of 5 echoes.
So you would agree 1 year ago when Saint Dota said that Brand will break your account, he was right?
In terms of rolling echoes, yes. In terms of building him and using him constantly, no. If you build him right, he's even usable to this day.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
I like
Same
Brent.
in
He's
DPS
got-
and Monofusion.
He's got good damage. He's got a 20% damage increase for fusion on his outro. He heals. He shields. You know, he's a bit of jack of all trades.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other opinion, or can I give my own on Brand?
Yeah, you can say yours because the only time I play Brand is on your account, so I don't know.
Well, when Brand was released, I kinda considered Brand something like Verena. Me personally, that's how I view Brand as a character. Like, he was very good. As you guys mentioned, he healed, he shielded, and he did a lot of damage. Yeah, so I got nothing against Brand, honestly. Maybe his rotations can be a little bit too slow, but that's about it. Me personally, A tier.
Yeah, I would agree.
That's
Yeah.
why I said, as
for me as
much as
well.
I hate to admit it, because I don't pull on male characters, I still would consider him even a candidate for pulling him on the rerun. If he dropped like today.
And he can
So 80 for me as well.
yeah, so he can be played as a quick swap, even as a hyper carry, right? With Lupa
And he still
jungling.
has the hidden tag of double anchor, so there's that.
Yeah, okay. So easily 8 tier, big chunk of damage, big heals, not big heals, but you know, good enough heals, I guess, to sustain you. So yeah, overall very good character and still considered worth pulling up to this meta, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Next one is Cantarella, the goddess of tits.
The goddess of S tier. For me personally. But
you know what?
I use her differently than most people, so that's why.
I really dislike Cantarella's gameplay. So I think she's a good character, but I just can't play her. I hate the game personally.
It's hard playing with one hand, I know.
Yep.
It's not only that. I will be completely honest. For me personally, she's S tier, but that's simply because I'm putting in my whale value here. She's very expensive character. She needs her S1 and her weapon to perform basically how she was supposed to perform. S0, R0, she's probably low B tier. Simply
Oh, hell
because her S1 fixes two main problems with her. That's the interruption on her nuke and the stack management. She's a very technical character, and that's why most people don't like playing her. You have to basically adjust your rotation to stack management on her.
Oh, hell no. She's
Yeah.
like,
Fair enough. I mean,
she's like
terms
the
of-
S tier.
In terms of
She-
pool value now, if you're willing to get farther than S0 R0 and get her S1 R1, she's S tier easily. Simply because of the fact she's the jack of all trades if you put Empyrean on her. She's very mobile on the field. She can snap to enemies with her heavy attack in her enhanced form from like half across the map. So that's also good for Wiwa. She has decent AoE. If you put her on Empyrean, she provides team-wide buff on her liberation with coordinated attacks. And she has healing. And her rotation, starting from second and third, is really, really quick. Like maybe 5 seconds long, if you do it correctly. But you need to adjust your energy region for that, and she's very greedy in that regards. 125 is the minimum, and honestly, the more energy region you have, the more quick rotations you can do with her, apart from her first rotation.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I
even
add
like-
something to that? I will say that Cantarella needs proper min-maxing. I mean, not proper min-maxing, but she needs some effort to put into her ecos. So minimum 130, 140 ER. And keep in mind that she is part of right now the best team in the game, which is Forlova, Cantarella, and Shorekeeper. So the pool value on Cantarella is really, really high. If you invest into Forlova and Cantarella, they will even clear every content in the game right now. Even the Havoc resistant floors on Whimpering, they are destroying. Havoc resistant floors on the Tower, they are destroying. The new game mode, they are destroying. Every 3 modes, Forlova, Cantarella, they are destroying. Investment is worthwhile. That's my opinion. I see Cantarella as really, really, really good character.
Yeah, but
Not,
she's
not,
in one team.
There is
So
not a
she's-
single team in this game that comes close to Forlova and Cantarella duo right now.
But we're not talking about Forever. We're talking about Cantarella.
Yes, and she's part of the
yeah,
premium team of
So she's
Forlova.
part of that premium team,
Yes,
but she's also only part of one team.
Yes,
So she doesn't have value outside of that team. Maybe for
but we are
Jinxie
talking
or-
about the teams. We're talking over the value of a character. We're not talking
Look.
solo characters.
I'd say for me, she's an A tier in terms of her performance, but an F tier in gameplay.
Okay, next.
I would put her on B tier.
Well, for example, I can use her as a main DPS at S0, and she will clear everything, like Cantrella, Sanhua, and Shore. So yeah, that she is that good. But mind you, is like properly min-maxed and stuff. And of
Like
course,
I
in
said,
team,
considering the fact she's an expensive character from my point of view, as S0, if you have Prolova, I would put her in the A tier, because you can still have some other ways to trigger Prolovas off fields. Cantarella basically changes Prolova from a revolver off field to a machine gun, and that's the thing people forget. And like I said, if you're willing to invest in her more, she gets way more value, because simply she has, if I remember correctly, of course not of those options are the best in slot, but she has like 7 viable sets you can build her on.
I think
Yes.
for me, she loses a bit of value because let's say you have an account that doesn't have Prolova, you would never pull Cantarella.
I mean,
In
I
that
did pull.
instance, like I said, as one
I mean, maybe
R1.
if you like Big Booba, but if you don't,
Like I said,
True.
if you don't have Prolova, S1 R1. If you have Prolova, S0 R0 can work.
I mean, I was playing Cantarella Jinshi, it did clear content. I was playing Cantarella Changli, it did clear content. So,
Yep,
I don't know.
she is very
In
versatile
my
character.
eyes, Cantarella is very valuable unit. But sure, I would suggest if you get Cantarella, you kind of need Forlova. I would suggest mean, yeah, that is the best team right now in the game. So my
I mean,
point of view is kind of
technically-
high of her.
I mean, technically, Prolova is the best support for Jinshi as well.
Yeah.
So,
So
there's that.
honestly, sure, maybe not S tier, but A tier, I think it is deserved.
B tier.
B
Yeah,
tier?
I'd say B.
Oh,
I'm a
S tier from
Catarella
me.
hater.
I would still put her in the middle of A tier.
Yeah, for me, A tier too. So, I mean, honestly, she's very good, close to S, but not every person will min max her for her to be S tier. But since I played min max
Oh, God.
Cantarella, yeah, she's very good.
And here we go.
Okay, and now as Sinafi said, the elephant in the room, Zani.
StoneBabyDoll. Oh,
Oh, what?
sorry.
What?
Oh,
Yo.
Honestly, Zani is either S tier or even triple S tier or a D tier.
So for me,
Simply
she
Sorry.
would
That's a
of
long
the
silence.
I think she
Yeah.
would be an
put her
S
next to the
tier.
C.
That's a long silence. Like, oh fuck, what you gonna say about Zani?
I'm a little
Uh,
biased. I still love playing Zani. She's my go-to boss killing character. But I think she loses a lot of value because you need to have Phoebe. If you don't have Phoebe, she's not as good. Yeah, you can
She's a
use
very expensive
Rover
character.
and quick swap, but yeah, I
She's
think
very technical to play, right?
I would put
Yeah.
her in an A. I think.
Simply because of the technical gameplay, the ceiling you can get with her with quick swapping with Spectral Rover, and the fact that you're basically locking your rover to Zani, disregarding Phoebe completely at this point, she's too high maintenance character for regular players or casual players to get her value, to get value out of her. Because not many players are willing to learn quick swap tech, but putting her on the other side of the spectrum, Wallenstein won a hologram tournament with Zani. Yeah. So that's why I said she's either triple S tier or a D tier, depending how much time you're willing to invest in her, more in her gameplay rather than in her team, team itself. Doesn't change the fact she's a very expensive character because you do want her to have Phoebe, you do want to have Phoebe's weapon, you do want to have Zani's weapon herself, and that's the main elephant in the room. She's too technical for new and casual players to use properly.
Any other opinion on Zani?
for me, she's B, maybe even C. She dropped really hard.
I mean, she's probably the second or first best team right now at S0 R1 with Karte. But yeah, she's too hard. She requires Rover on her best teams. She requires Phoebe in any team. So yeah.
You can play Chacona, Rover, and Zani and just do be a quick swap demon and don't take any damage from bosses. So there's that.
So besides her gameplay being very technical and hard, you would not suggest to new people to pull Zani,
No,
right?
absolutely not. That's why I said it's
No,
either
hell
triple S or D tier. If
So-
you're willing to put the sweat in her gameplay and willing to invest in her team, she's triple S for sure. If not, D tier.
I guess
Total
just
skip.
consider if you play basic 1-2-3 rotation, would she be better than Jinchi or Carlotta or whatever? Monofusion.
I mean, I can add to that, I guess, since I'm including
So-
other people accounts that have Zani. Usually, if Zani is A0, R1, with Phoebe, usually she struggles very hard in any type of content. That's what I did see a pattern on other people's accounts. Doesn't matter how good the build is, Zani struggles. But I'm now speaking from the hyper carry perspective. I don't play quickswap, I play only hyper carry, which is kinda casual or easy to learn, and she's always struggling.
I would say we
even
rate
hyper carry requires you to play her technical to utilize her counters.
Yes, you need to utilize her counters to break the boss for more damage, yes. But as I said, the damage is not there anymore. I don't see the damage there. She's like, for me, she's hitting like a wet noodle.
I would
She's the
rate her down
perfect-
because she's too hard. That's why
She's
I
the
would rate her
perfect
down.
example of damage per screenshot instead of damage per second.
So with her best team, which is Phoebe and SK, she has about a 1.15 million damage per rotation. That is the same damage that Carlotta does per rotation with her best team.
No,
So
I
her damage
doubt.
is-
I doubt.
There's nothing to
Listen.
doubt. These are calculations. There's no. It's not. Oh, maybe. These are the calculations.
I mean, whenever I'm
There's
playing
one-
Lotta,
It's
Listen.
math. It's not.
It's
We're
math.
not trying it. It's math.
Spoons. Now I'm speaking from experience. Whenever I'm playing Zani, I struggle on any account. I take Lotta clears.
Look, I'm just
Unless
telling you
Lotta
what the
is bricked
numbers are,
like
right?
hell, unless Lotta is bricked like hell, any echoes will work pretty much on Lotta. On Zani,
Yeah.
she's struggling.
So
But
And
Lotta
that's
has
why we come
no-
back to the technical issue. Because she's very vulnerable if you don't utilize her counters. She dies pretty fast. She's a ground type character. She's a melee. So Carlotta has all the advantage in that department.
True,
That's why Carlotta is easier to play than Zani.
yeah, I'm just giving you the fact.
But I don't know. I don't see the damage well
Obviously,
on her.
there's a lot of other things that can go wrong. The boss moves, all of that kind of stuff. This just takes
Yep.
into account if it's just an enemy standing still and the
I
characters are
wanna
hitting
add
it.
something too. Zani is considered as a boss counter. There is a lot of bosses who does the attacks, underlying attacks on the top of the attacks, and when you parry with Zani, you're gonna get hit by those underlying attacks, even if you
Yep.
parry.
Oh, yep.
And that's pretty much GG. On every hologram 6, if you get hit by any underlying attack, when you parry the boss, you gonna die.
Oh, exactly that.
That's why I
So
said.
kinda her
as
parrying
a-
feels useless.
She does
As
the same
a
damage as
pull
Lotta,
value,
and
I would
It's too
personally
hard
put
as
her
a
in
text.
the B tier, me personally.
as
My-
a rerun pull value, I
Yeah.
put her in D tier.
D
Yeah, I
tier.
think that's fine with me as well. She's very reliant on other characters.
Yeah. So B or C. I will put her on B just because you can play her quick swap sweaty team. That's like 1% of the player base, maybe even less. Maybe 0.1% of player base who wanna play the quick swap Zani properly.
If we consider majority of players, she doesn't have any pull value at all.
So B or C?
B for me.
Yeah,
B?
put her B.
B. Okay. Well, now that we addressed the elephant in the room, I can breathe.
Triple S.
Chicona.
And yes,
I mean, she sings. She's green.
she dances.
It's
Yeah,
great.
she
British.
dances. What more do you want? She's British. That's even better.
So
Yeah, what-
Many people undervalue Chekona
I like
because they
Chekona.
see her as base for Cartetia. But to be completely honest,
He carries
she
Aero
has
alone.
she has massive, and I say massive, grouping ability, which isn't locked behind internal cooldown. She's a very fast rotation character. She applies both aero, erosion, and spectrofrazzle. And she can slow time if you use Fleur-de-Lis Echo correctly on her. In
you
my
mean,
opinion,
stagnate the enemy, not slow time.
no, slow enemy's time, not stagnate. It's slow time.
Okay.
It's reserved specifically for Fleur-de-Lis Echo. And honestly, I would put her in high A support tier character.
S tier character. You all agree with that?
Hell no.
Why?
I mean, she's good buffer and all, but maybe yeah, we can put her in A tier. Like
And-
I'll put her there, but that's kind of stretch.
Anybody else
No,
opinion?
For me, it's high A tier for sure. She by herself can provide value even if you don't have Cartetia, for example.
I mean, I heard the Iono team is kind of good, but yeah, I never saw that. People just say.
Not to mention you can do some shenanigans with even buffing Gian on the VP set. Am I correct? Let's just not break myself here.
Yeah, but yeah, it is as one viewer said.
Yeah.
She enables a lot of stuff, even for Phoebe,
Yep.
even for Gian.
And
She could be used in a lot of teams for Iono. So she's not like, as you said, people view her pretty much only as Cartetia.
No, she's
she
carrying,
enables
left
Phoebe.
leg.
carrying IO.
Yeah,
In every
she
IO team,
enables-
she will be good.
Yeah,
She
Every
enables
AU
Phoebe, she
I think,
enables-
but I will now say this. I would put her S tier only if you pull her weapon.
Yeah, I think we do weapon
Yeah,
That's
her
also
weapon.
with signature.
Yeah,
Yeah, her weapon's very good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think we should just do it if they don't have the weapon, honestly, because yeah, her weapon's very good.
yeah, her weapon is very good. So me personally, that she applies the dot damage, frazzle, arrow erosion. She buffs arrow, and she even shreds defense, if I'm not mistaken, right, on the arrow with her
Let me
weapon.
put
or
another
resistance.
thing into perspective.
Mhm.
She's the enabler of Whirlwind Pilgrimage set because of the erosion application.
You mean the
So you can
Vulcan?
even
That's what I was about to say as well, yeah. She
Yeah.
enables every aero DPS to use the set in the future.
Yeah.
True, I guess.
And yeah,
But that's simply because it's logged to Aero. She's basically the Aero support queen, and that's the main issue here.
Okay, so
She's not
S
as
tier.
versatile as Verena, in my opinion. She's just single element enable
Okay,
with
tier.
a huge AoE, with huge AoE pool, and with very fast rotation. That's why I put her in the high A tier instead of
and
S.
what you could also mention is probably Static Mist being an option for her. And Static Mist is pretty good.
Yep.
True, for free to plays. So, ranking, vote,
S tier.
A,
one by
A for
one.
me.
A,
A.
A.
High
See.
A simply because Yuna exists.
Okay, so A.
If I see A tier, I would say she's S tier. But yeah,
I think she can go into the S tier just because she's really good arrow buffer. But that's me, because I view Chikona something like I view Lupa. She's not niche as Lupa. In my opinion, like Lupa would be better than Chikona just because of her nicheness. But you know. Next one, the best right now character in the game in terms of DPS and everything, pretty much every content in the game. Forlova, or so-called Nechan.
That's not the release order.
I think it is.
yeah, what
Got him.
And we skipped Lumi as well when it comes to release order, but you can safely put her in D tier anyway. Never mind.
D because she died.
Yeah, she's
So.
a villain. So D tier. Yep.
No opinion on Forlova?
She's very good.
Oh.
I mean,
I don't know if you should put an SSS tier.
I don't think she
She's
goes in
S
SSS.
definitely,
I think she
but
goes
not
in
the
S
top.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, S for sure. But I mean, there will be a lot of characters in S because of how many we put in A. So
Yep.
I don't know.
Double S next to Shore from me.
I don't think she's.
She's pretty signature reliant, but
She
we do
still
signature
wants
healer.
her signature, and that's the thing.
Yeah, but we're talking about S0 R1.
I mean, you could probably remove a few points for her signature reliance, even if we consider signature, because she has no good alternative almost.
If we
Rectifier
consider
weapons are pretty bad.
every unit, if we consider from the simple fact of pool value as DPS material, she's in the triple S. In general, I would put her in S because there are more valuable characters than her in total. Like Shorekeeper and, for example, and Lin.
No, even as
I
a
would-
support, you can put her with Galbi. So
I would disagree
yeah.
with the more valuable characters, but yeah, sure, not SSS tier, I guess. Flova basically fits in every team, almost, because she does raw off-field damage.
I agree. You can use her in pretty much any team. I use her with Galbrena and a bunch of other characters.
Yeah, the thing with Flova is she doesn't need synergy in her team to work. She will almost always do the same damage. And becomes the main DPS, or like the main damage dealer if you have Echo Cast in your team. So, I like her, damage-wise and value-wise. And I would probably always advise people to get her.
Any other opinion?
And if you put Cantarella in A tier, we put already Cantarella in A tier. If we put her in A tier, then she needs to be SS tier almost. Because otherwise, where's Cantarella's value coming from?
I mean, she will definitely carry a new account. That's for sure.
Okay. Does anybody get any
And-
other opinion besides that she's very good?
Let's say the Echo set, like it's the most broken shit.
True.
Like 20 crit rate is for free is really really good. And then there's the damage boost.
Yeah.
Really easy
And
to build, easy to play.
And she dealt a lot of emotional damage.
I guess I can
2.5.
add my experience of for Lova now. Me personally, I would just put her on the SSS tier. Me personally. Reason, cause as long as you have Forlova on your account, I would say even with Cantarella, pretty much you know that you're gonna always clear your Whimpering, and you know that at least 2 floors in your top are gonna be cleared in the middle, and you know that you can get at least 7k points in the new game mode. So that's my reasoning. Usually when I go onto the accounts to clear some content like holograms or any type of content, if I see Forlova, easy clears. Usually easy clears. I don't even sweat clearing any type of content with Forlova, even if she is badly built. So that's my reason why I think she's the best, right now, best DPS character in the game.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, I think she's very good. My thought of the SSS tier is, I feel like Shorekeeper's on a different level to
Yeah,
every other
but
character.
she can DPS,
So I
she can
wouldn't put her up
support,
there.
she's breaking shield really fast.
That's
And
why
she
I
can
said
clear
considering-
every endgame mode, every single endgame mode, and on top of that, with Havoc resistance, she can clear everything. If there is a character, a DPS, sub DPS character that is deserving of SSS rank, it's goddamn Forlova.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sure. I mean, I wouldn't put any DPS in SSS. I think that's
Probably, yeah.
just for support, to be honest.
That's also kind of how I'm leaning. Yeah, not the best, but there's not enough gap between S and A, so she needs to be
So
SS.
let's vote, guys. We're gonna put how you
Yes, for
vote.
me.
Majority goes.
Oh,
Like I said,
triple S.
considering DPS tier list alone, she's triple S. Considering other characters that are that can work not only as DPS, I would put her in highest S tier.
Agreed. Just put an highest S tier, yeah.
So S tier
Probably,
or
yeah.
SS. S. Okay. So
I would say, I would suggest if we are done with 2.x heroes or characters, we can still reposition her. Because, yeah.
Oh, by the way, can I add something?
sure, go.
By the way, you can like stack her buff to the 100 and stack like really like a lot of crit damage. So at S0, she basically becomes the S6, and you can cheese like every hologram, clear faster than S6 characters. So that's like one.
That's true.
Valid point, yep.
That's true.
Cheesing stuff.
I mean, yeah. But
sorry.
Let's
And
keep
if you
her
get
at
a
S.
S6, she's broken.
Oh yeah. But yeah, we're not talking about S6,
Probably
but yeah,
strongest,
at S6 she's the
strongest character.
strongest. Yep. Okay, next we got the Cartetia. Me personally, D tier.
Can I start? I would usually put her probably very high, but
Next to Yilin.
not because how should I say? But because she is too technical, like Zani, I would put her next to Sicona. I don't know if at this point in the game it would be worth pulling her over Sicona for a new account. That's my current opinion.
I
If
do
you have
think
to
that
choose between those two characters, I would probably suggest getting Sicona.
at S0, she's
Maybe.
not that great. She's still good, but S0 R1, you're still going to need Chacona. You maybe still need Error Over
Yeah.
to get the full damage out of her kit. Definitely,
then,
when you start
1,
putting
2, 3 doesn't
sequences
work.
in her, then she becomes a monster. But at S0, I mean, I would say, yeah, probably an A
Here's
or even
another
a B, maybe.
perspective. Here's another perspective from the pool value. Is she worth 3 or 4 characters regarding pool value if you're willing to get her S2, S3? Because then she basically becomes a one character army for almost disregarding DPM because that's a full party anyway. But then she becomes basically a one girl army. And that's the main thing with Carte. Even though I love Fleur de Lis and I have a sim for Fleur de Lis, I will still try to objectively say as S0R1 she's too restrictive to consider pulling her on a rerun. If you consider getting her sequences, even at the cost of other characters, like say for example Jinshi, Changli, Phoebe, or even Brand, Camellia, Zani, Jian, etc., then her value just spikes up. But it's tied to her sequences rather than to her teammates.
I would say she's really high A tier at S0 R1.
Even at
Like-
S0, she's still a very nice daily driver character. You can use her to farm everything, farm all of your stuff every day, do your dailies. She works well. So, yeah. If you
Plus,
she can
definitely
walk in
a
her-
very vertical investment character.
Yeah,
If you're willing
exactly.
to put in dupes into her, she becomes really powerful.
The most annoying thing for me with Cartesia is her basic attack string. The amounts of times she gets interrupted. It's kind
That's why you use Fleur de Lis Echo to slow time.
Yeah, you can't use it like
for
20
normal
seconds.
gameplay. I mean, there's ways to.
It works
circumvent it.
for any gameplay mode. You use Fleur de Lis Echo and then you put your whole
Okay,
basic
skill
chain
issue then.
attack.
Just get good.
Yep.
No issues.
Can I now
I mean, I am
add
mining.
something?
I am mining her, so I do know a
Yes.
lot about her play style. So,
Anybody
but
else got something to say?
objectively,
Okay, sorry.
like I said,
Anybody else got something to say before I speak up on Cartetia? Because I got a lot to say.
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay. Okay. Where do I start? I think Cartetia is really a really good character in terms of damage, right? In terms of damage, I think I would place her really high. She got pretty much auto parry mode, big chunks of damage. She can auto heal. My issue with Cartetia is pretty much her long rotations. That's my issues. You can prepare her big form before you do any other stuff. But at the end of the day, I feel like she's very clunky. Even if you dodge and then you continue your 5-string attack, some people will say just use eco to slow time, but as Bazilla add, you can use eco 5 times in a row. You will get dodging, and then you're gonna get thrown away because I feel like her 5 seconds attack is basically very clunky to use in combat. That's how I feel. Now, me personally, I got Cartetia on E0 R1 without her premium team, that's Chicona, but I can still definitely say that she still clears even solo towers on middle. So tower 1 and 2 on middle, she can still clear solo.
There's one thing about Cartetia that I would say. Someone can correct me on that, but she has the longest iframes on her dodge counter from all of the characters.
No, probably nope.
Chicks, I got 1 second. How much does Cartetia?
When put it into perspective, we all did the Leviathan boss, right?
Yeah.
I think I remember.
When she does her combo, when she drops the anchor, etc. If you dodge counter that attack, like not when she's in the Uno mode, when she drops from the sky, but when she drops the anchor on you, that's another chain combo. When you dodge the attack before that, you take no damage from the anchor, so her invulnerability window is really high on dodge counter. You can even, I would say, to the point that you can even cheese the bosses simply by dodge countering and doing.
Okay.
It's probably long, but their characters are like got better dodge counters. So
look, the way I see Cartetia is pretty much she can be played solo as long as you got some gaming skills. Me personally, I would put her in the S tier. Me personally, I don't like her clunky gameplay. She's not for my hands, but I can definitely see the potential and the high damage in her. Me personally, up to you guys how you wanna place her.
nope, A from me.
Yeah, I think A for me as well.
She really
If
fell
I
off.
have to be objective, I would put her in middle to high A tier, personally. Simply because of the fact she's more of a vertical investment character rather than pure S0 R1 value. But again, even her S0 R1 value, if you put some effort into learning her rotation like we did with, say, Phoebe, as a main DPS, she can get bumped to S tier, even as a solo character.
And Hippo, you?
I'm not sure. Maybe A or S. Depends on if with all the struggles and bad gameplay she still is better than most DPSs. I'm not sure. If that's the case,
That's
then
how
I would
I feel
put her in
too.
S tier.
So we got 2 A tier, me is S, Hippo is S. Sina, you need to decide S or S, and will be the
I am
majority
biased
vote.
because I put her in triple S and go fuck off.
Well, so we're gonna put her at the A tier or S tier. I guess
I
it's
mean,
go
Jinshi
S.
is an A tier, and if Jinshi is an A tier, then she needs to be
Yeah,
S.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
She's not even
Well,
in
here's the
same
thing:
universe.
can Jinshi solo any bosses? No. Can Kartetia do it? Yes.
Any character
Didn't she do
can
anything at this
solo.
point? I'm sorry for hating her.
In Tower, for example.
Me personally, I would put Kartetia on the S tier, but there is, for example, Whimpering that she kind of struggles.
Oh yeah, she kind of sucks to me. Yeah, that's true.
So, but for any other content, as I said, holograms, she can pretty much solo any hologram. Still soloing Tower. So, I don't know. For me, she's very good, but I would never pull her above Forlova, for example. I would rather pull Forlova than Kartetia,
Forlova
right?
definitely has more ease of use than Kartetia.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna leave Kartetia. Kartetia is probably like the highest tier of A. Like there is A and then there is like A plus.
Very close to,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I think so.
Okay, and the next character is Toilet. I'm gonna go to Toilet. Because I'm an old man and I need to pee.
So
You need to just have a quick one before we talk about Lupa.
Okay, I'm back. Is Tyro, did you join? Do you want me to move you? Okay, you are here. Just need to extend this. There we go. Hello, Tyro.
Oh, hello.
Do you need any explanation how we are rating this?
I got caught up, thanks.
Okay, so till the overall value of the characters, we only take a look at S0 R1 characters, how they perform in the current meta, their teams, and yeah, let's continue, I guess. By the way, I just want to address the chat real quickly. I do see your messages. I don't want to interrupt people when they're speaking, but if you have anything to say, I am reading, and I will address it when it's my turn. Okay? So we can move on. Next is the Miss Lupus, or so-called Lupa, and
Very nice.
Can you tell me why she's on SS tier?
So I think
I can tell you why she's not.
a furry tier and put her in there.
Okay. So.
Oh no, let's bump that up like 4 places above, so in the middle of A tier. Honestly,
I just put here for the jokes. Let's discuss her
I know.
stuff.
Yeah, but the thing with Lupa is monofusion. Unlike Chacona, who technically is Aero Enabler, Lupa doesn't have the ability to work with more than fusion characters. She doesn't have the grouping of Chacona. She doesn't have the rotation time of Chacona. And doesn't have the versatility of Chacona. That's why I would put her in A tier below Chacona.
Okay, can I just stop here? Somebody said Lupa is SSS, but Chicona A tier is Medwork. Me, pretty much, I did say that for me, Chicona was S tier, how much she's enabling teams, but you guys didn't agree. Me, personally, I would just say this. Chicona kit is too good to be below Lupa kit is too good to be below Chicona. The reason is simple. Even if she is a niche fusion, her kit is so good that she will always work with any fusion. It does not matter what the fusion is, attack, fusion buff, defense shred, it's always good, and quick rotations. And she even got coordinated attack that's gonna group the enemies.
I mean, her rotation's not that quick on S0.
It is the
longer
same.
than
It is
Chacona.
the same rotation. On S6 is actually longer than on
I'd say
S0.
Chacona has a faster rotation, at least for me. But I play Chacona a lot more than I play Lupa. I mean, for me, Lupa's a high A. I was thinking of saying S for her. I do think in fusion teams she's very powerful. She's a very good buffer. But she only works in fusion teams. She doesn't work in any other type of team.
But that doesn't matter
loses a bit of value
because the
there for
buffs
me.
are too good.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you just need fusion
would you
DPS.
recommend someone pulling her or a rerun simply because of her being her?
for her solo, no. But since we got
That's
AB
my point,
now,
exactly.
since we got Brand, since we got Changli, since we got a standard basic user, which is Anchor, Lupa is a great value pool.
Thing is that for Amy, for
In my
example,
opinion-
there's better options. There's going to be better options. There's better options right now instead of Lupa. So she's going to
I will
work for
clarify
sure.
one thing. Regarding Lupa and Amy. Even with Lynn, because that's the main point that will be discussed soon in like 2 weeks. Either Lupa is good for Amy or not, and let's not beat around the bush. I was testing Lynn and Chisa, and I think Lupa has the same problem that Chisa has with Amy team. You have to do quick swap with those teams. Otherwise, you're breaking your whole rotation and your whole damage per second thing. Simply because of the fact you have not enough
Nope.
tune-up build-up to make use of said characters like Lupa or Chisa. For now.
Yeah, kinda nope.
That's addressing the future elephant in the room. And like I said, outside of monofusion setups, she doesn't bring basically any value, unlike Chakona. That's why I would put her still in the A tier, but below Chakona. Even though they are both enablers of one element, mostly.
Okay. Any other opinion?
For example, in my opinion, she's better than the bamboo guy in Kalbi team. So, yeah. For me, she is really, really good. Like, easy S tier. And yeah, I play a lot of fusion. Like, basically every fusion DPS is become really, really good. And nope, you don't need the triple fusion for her to work. She'll still be good.
Okay. Anything else we wanna add? Tyro, you didn't say anything. You wanna add something to the topic, Tyro?
Yes. So I agree with most things that was said to some extent. I think she's S tier, not SSS tier, simply because why would you pull her when they exists? Like if you had a choice between the two, one's going to go with like every single person in the team or every single main DPS in the game, going to raise the floor, and the other one, yes, Lupa is amazing. It's like she will go with any character. Fusion character, which is a lot. And she can just, I think she's going to have more future proofing because she can go with like any, she's like the core of Fusion. But that said, she's not going to be as versatile as Lene. She's not going to bring as much value, but she will still be used on your account 100%. So just because Lene exists, I think I would bump her down just to S, and then but I agree kind of with I kind of agree with Cinna that she needs a little bit of quick swapping because she has all these windows that you're not taking advantage of, but you don't have to. Like if you put it with like a Mornay and you do 1, 2, 3, you can probably clear all the content in the game with just Lupa and be fine.
Does she provide more value overall to the teams, than Brand?
Oh, definitely. But
Oh,
look,
yep.
for me, as I said before, Chikona and Lupa should be placed in the same tier, while Lupa being above Chikona. Me personally, but now let's vote, I guess. Tyro, vote. Lupa where?
Oh, for me, it was S.
Okay. Bazila?
Yep. Also S. And I want to add, like, maybe we can later adjust the Chikona to S.
Honestly,
So, yeah.
I feel like Chikona to A was kinda... I mean, you guys voted. I will do my own tier list later, I guess. You voted. Okay, Spoons?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with S. High A, S.
Okay.
S is fine for me.
Sina?
Like I said, middle high A tier for me.
Okay.
Simply because she's tied to Fusion.
Mm-hmm. And Hippo?
Just put an S.
Okay.
Put a bottom of S.
There we go.
No, I will kind of have to leave now. It's kind of late. I will log the stream.
Okay, Hippo, thank you
Have
for
fun, guys.
joining us.
Okay.
Cheers, thanks.
And remember,
Bye-bye.
Lupa is the best.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Okay, the next character is Alagusta, or so-called the Majesty. Let's go.
S tier, but below Prolova.
Personally, I don't like Augusta that much, but she's very good. I definitely think she's an S tier DPS.
Yeah, for me, Augusta is the S tier.
Tyro.
Damage is good.
Oh,
Sorry,
I think
sorry, Bazilla had something more to say. I didn't. Go on, Bazilla, sorry.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to say, like, damage is good. Her whole kit, the rotations are smooth. And yeah, that's it. She looks good. Basically S tier.
There is one caveat with Augusta, considering her gameplay. She does need the next character after her to do a full rotation. You can quick swap during Augusta, but if you do outro on her, you want to have someone quick to remedy that fact. That's all I will say. That's her main,
true.
Okay.
negative point.
But we all agree that she's
That's
still
for sure.
really good DPS.
Even by herself, she provides great pool value from
Yeah.
DPS
I
perspective.
mean, from what I seen and played on people's account, on my Augusta is S3, right? We're not going to talk about S3, but from what I played on other people, Augusta S0, even without the weapon, she was performing really good with Mortefi, or without the weapon with Iuno, performing really good, with the weapon, performing amazing. So I think Augusta is really would be probably like a queen of DPS if Forlova didn't exist, in my opinion. Forlova would, Augusta would be the queen of DPS.
She's
There's
great even with her
also-
4-star teams. So
Yes, she's very free to play friendly, very. Unlike
also the fact-
Katetia.
There's also the fact that she's very mobile.
Okay, I guess
So,
we
yeah.
said all. Pull value, I think she's very good to pull. Even if you don't have Iono, you can use Mortefi. She's very good, right? Pull value is high on Augusta.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Then we can move to the what should we call her? The best support DPS.
yeah,
And
number, you
fits,
can put her in the feet tier.
In the
which
feet
is
tier?
above SS.
Let's move to Iono.
Is definitely triple S. Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
just great in everything. I don't know. They cook too hard with I think.
Right?
The only problem she has is AoE content. because
She
you have
kinda
to play
does the
around.
splash damage, but yeah, she doesn't have any grouping besides her eco.
Exactly, and you have to play around with that, with using her eco correctly, and that's the only flaw she has, basically.
Yep. So easy SS. Do we gonna like her teams? We can now talk about her teams, I guess. She got Augusta as a sub DPS. Then she can do a main DPS with Gyaru, also called Linae. But yeah, definitely, if you guys pull S0 R1 with her weapon, she's pretty much becomes a main DPS, and she is really strong, right?
I mean, I'd go as far as saying she's probably one of the strongest S0 R1 characters.
Oh, definitely.
in the
I was
game
I was
overall.
clearing solo Iono first two floors. So Iono is really good DPS, even solo.
Would you, here's because people probably ask this, would I personally, for example, put above Frolova in terms of pool value? Yes, simply because of her versatility, not because simply of the damage output.
Maybe we can agree on that, and she's hotter than Forlova too.
Plus, she's not a fucking Hitler.
Almost agreed to that.
Almost agree to that. Yeah.
She's my top number one
so-
lover.
So pool value, Iono is very high. You should probably put her on your account, right? She especially works really great now with Linaye. So yeah, that's all. I guess. Now the tummy of the Wuthering, or so-called Galbrena.
Are you skipping
Wait.
Aroya?
Who?
Yeah.
Who did that skip?
I don't think it,
Wait,
can
who?
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, I skipped Tyro.
release
Oh,
order.
sure. I mean, he was very quiet, so I guess he had nothing to say. You got something to add for Iono, Tyro? Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
Yes. So I don't think Yuno's as good as Augusta or Frolova. She's great. Don't get me wrong, but she has certain limitations. She has bad AOE. She has to have another 5-star unit to work. So she doesn't have the same floors like Augusta or Frolova. They have much higher floors.
True.
And she's great though. I don't think she's a bad pull at all, but I think she would be, in terms of value, she would be below Frolova and Augusta.
Just to address something, I would say that even Augusta is better. If you are free to play, I would even recommend pull Augusta over Frolova and Iono, because you can just use Verina and Mortefi.
Exactly.
So you don't need another character, 5-star, to use with Augusta, because she will perform.
Augusta performance with Mortefi is like ahead of any other free to play team that you can get by like a wide margin. Like if you can probably get like 6K on that team alone in on DPM if you play well.
Okay.
That was
Compared to
my
any other
point.
free team, you could probably get 5K. Like for example.
So we still.
That was
Sorry, go on.
that was also my point with Prolova when we consider DPS value alone versus the versatility of the character as a whole. From DPS perspectives, Prolova and Augusta clear is that's for sure. But the thing is, I have seen do middle floors solo on S0 R1. Can you do that with Augusta or Prolova alone?
Augusta definitely not, because of her kit is restricted. If
Maybe
Augusta
with shilling.
kit, yeah, I mean, even if Augusta kit wasn't restricted, probably she would be able to solo. But yeah, for Lova solo, I don't know about that. Definitely can, just because her DPS, her DPS is always happening, unlike with some characters, right?
Yes, because she's buffing herself.
Yeah, buffing herself,
that's
and
the main point.
she's always doing damage somewhat. While there is some stuff that's happening, for example, for Lova on solo, you don't wanna use her liberation, right?
Other perspective, she basically flies, so she's enabling you to cheese bosses.
Yeah. So, how about the ranking for Iono? We all agree that she's SSS, or do we put her on the S?
Yeah, triple S from me.
I think she's triple S as well.
I would put her bottom of S.
Sina?
I'm triple S.
Okay, then we're gonna flip her at triple S. Okay. We can now move to the tummy of Wuthering, the best tummy in the game, and Hot Lady Galbrena.
And another elephant in the room.
Yep.
I love Galbrena. She's my favorite character. I probably play the most. I think she does really good damage. I do have S3, so actually I can't compare. I don't know how her damage is on S0 because I've never played S0.
Oh, it's really, really good.
But for me, she does shitloads of damage. She has options for her teammates. You can use Quian. You can use Prolova in her team really well. You can use Cantarella. There's a bunch of different options you can use. Mortefi. So I think she does have quite a lot of versatility. She does good damage. Yeah, I mean, for me, she's an S.
Her
Me
main
also
problem.
S.
Her main problem is her survivability. If you're not careful, you're simply focusing on the DPS, on her field time, you can just find yourself being dead, honestly. And that's her main flaw. It's the same flaw with Zani. If you're not playing careful with Zani, you're basically dead. At S0 R1, of course. And the same problem applies to Galbrena. Damage-wise, her damage potential definitely will carry her to S tier for me, both in single target and AoE department, with the caveat that you have to be careful how you use her. If you do the cancels for the wings, that's not a problem. She even has grouping. But yeah, if you just auto click, auto attack, etc., you can find yourself being just dead from the lack of attention, and that's it. She's a very squishy character. She's basically a glass cannon. Is she as good at Augusta in AoE?
From my
She
experience,
she definitely takes advantage over Augusta in her auto aiming. Her auto aim is way better than Augusta's, where you can find yourself on the other half of the map because you overshoot Augusta's Beyblade attack. Let's call it that. Which Galbrena doesn't have that flow. She just is very squishy, and that's it. I was honestly surprised how much damage output my Galbrena was putting. I do have her at S1. I did avoid pulling her S2. And the interruption resistance may be a factor how I see her survivability because of that. But I still think she has the full value.
She's good. I agree with most of what's been said. I think I have her at S0 R0 with static mist, and she clears every continent in the game. It's not a problem. The only reason why I don't think she's S tier, I think she's probably like A tier, is because we're getting a new fusion DPS, and that fusion DPS is going to be more versatile and stronger than she is. So it's like, why would you pull the weaker fusion DPS when there's one that just does everything and more and does it better? Like, I'm hesitant to even to put her in S tier because of that reason alone. Otherwise, she would be a top tier DPS, but for that reason, I would say she's not a bad pull by any means, and if you get her, you won't regret it. But there's probably going to be a better option than like 3.1. So
kind of agree.
That's why I said she will be another elephant in the room.
Okay.
I would put her on the lower spectrum of S tier, honestly.
Okay, did you all say what you wanted to say?
Yeah.
The
I
main
guess-
thing with Galbrena is that she doesn't need a specific enabler to her kit. That's also a thing to consider.
Okay, now I guess I will give my input. I don't own Galbrena on my account, but I did play her, I guess, a lot on other people's account. I find her very technical or unga bunga, if you know what I mean. Usually when I try to be technical, she's garbage. When I just unga bunga with Galbrena, she's fine. Now
Yeah, the main thing with Galbrena
you
is
tell
you
me
just-
how to play Galbrena, and because I don't know.
She does have a high skill ceiling. If you can learn, she has multiple different types of cancels you can do based on your team. If you're playing heavy damage, you do a different
So
animation cancel.
would you say that she's hard for a casual or for a new player?
she has a high ceiling, but she has a high floor as well. You don't have to do anything special. You can just basic attack, and that's fine. But if you wanted to push it further, you can also. But what she really benefits is from just priming her forte a little bit, and then that way you can.
But a simple question: I'm a new player. Would you recommend me Galbrena?
If you put a sustain with her, yes. Because you will find yourself that you're clicking, button mashing, and suddenly things are dead.
Okay,
I would. I feel like she's
still
got a very
Unga Bunga, she'll still clear stuff, right?
I think she's got a very satisfying gameplay loop.
True, I
It
guess.
just feels cool to play her. She looks cool.
Yep. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, how we gonna vote? What rank? Tyro, you go first.
I would put her like somewhere in the middle of A.
Okay, Babaji.
I would say the S. Like, let's not talk about the future because we don't know.
We don't know about the future. Yeah. So S, Spoons.
For me, she's S.
Okay, Sina.
I would put her in the lower spectrum of S for sure.
So S rank Galbrena. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about the bamboo guy. I can pronounce his name. So bamboo guy.
Who?
Bamboo guy.
Who?
Queen
I can pronounce his
Bamboo.
name. I'm sorry. I'm not. To my defense, I'm not Asian, and I can pronounce it.
Yeah.
Me Bombo guy.
He's very good in
She's
two of
only
the
bad
strongest
because of
teams.
Afterflame. Okay. Can somebody just explain to me why is Galbrena bad because of the Afterflame, and what's Afterflame?
Afterflame is when you
Afterflame-
use Echo Skill.
Yes.
She fills up her bar. So if you're not using a character like Cantarella or Queen Yan, it's difficult to fill that bar all the way full. Because you just
So
don't
she
have enough
is
Echo skills.
restricted, and but she still goes well with the Mortefi, right?
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
And,
you can
and Lupa.
ignore that. You can ignore that
You can ignore it
completely and focus on the heavy damage.
Okay. So you can ignore it. I see. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about the bamboo guy.
I would say this. S01 damage. 3 if S3, 10 if S6. Oh god. He has problems.
I would say he's the A tier. Like, a little bit too much niche.
I think he's A for me as well. He's good in two of the best teams in the game, which is Prolova and Galbrena, in my opinion. He's very
Let me
good in
ask
both
this.
of those teams.
That's
Can
the
he-
only teams he's good in. He has a lot of other clunky
Yeah.
problems. I like Chuyan. I have Frolova and Galbrena, and I got a lot of use out of him. But he's clunky. So if you play him with Galbrena, for example, he can get interrupted during his hold heavy forte when he gets his 3 bars. And if you get interrupted, you lose 40 concerto. Because if you don't land the last hit on his forte, you don't get that concerto. Then you can't outro. So you basically have to play him with Frolova to get the stagnate off so he can get his concerto guaranteed. Otherwise, you're risking getting interrupted. But that said, he only has 2 teams, but they're great. And there's going to be more in the future for sure when they expand on Echo Skill. So he's good, but he's not great. So I'd put him like probably B or A. Based on this, that's probably low A.
I would say, considering the niche alone, for now he's like bottom of the B or even C tier for me. His gameplay because I don't pull for meds, right? As far as I can tell, you don't need him to be enabler for either Galbrena or Cantarella or Prolova. I'm still not too sure about the technical stuff of Prolova's off-field attacks, how the bamboo guy affects that. I'm pretty sure before you're able to fully load his buff, Prolova will be done with her off-field attacks anyway.
So the way Frolova works is she gets those notes, and then once you trigger an Echo Skill, she'll trigger those notes, and you can do it up to 10 times. That's why Cantarella and Bamboo Guy is so effective, because you can trigger them quickly in succession, so you can get like almost all 10 notes.
Yeah, but I'm talking.
Those enhanced attacks do more damage and they stagnate, which means they pause the boss and they'll group if they're the purple ones.
I'm talking simply about his buff ability now.
Oh,
Not the
you mean his outro?
like. Does it really affect that much on Prolova, for
His
example?
outro has no effect on Filova because she's off.
Yeah, that's my point. So he's basically worse Cantarella for Prolova. Because he
Yeah.
doesn't heal, he's way too easily interrupted, and unlike Cantarella, who can work as a jack of all trades, he has 2 niche teams, and that's it.
I think he's. I agree with what you said, but I think he's slightly better than Cantarella. But I don't want to go into Cantarella because we already went past Cantarella.
Look, personally, I use him with Prolova and Cantarella. I don't like Cantarella. Gone over that, but that team works really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have those 2 characters, then you should probably pull them, or Galbrana and Filova.
Here's the thing. Does either Prolova or Gambrena need Bamboo Guy?
No, but it's nice to have an option because you need
Yeah.
some support.
So from pool value alone, he's working with 2 characters, and that's it.
Pretty
But
much.
he'll be-
That's his best 2 teams.
in the future there'll be more echo skills as well. So we'll see.
But I mean, you can say the same thing about other characters that we've put higher up that are supporting only one type of element. It's the same type of thing. Queen Yan is the support for echo skill teams.
Yeah, but other characters like Chakona or Lupa provide more value beside their base elemental buffing. Those shouldn't have grouping to justify playing him in Wiwa.
Absolutely, yeah. He's got huge hit boxes, also huge hurt boxes though. So like any little thing will like stun him. So, but yeah, he's got good Wiwa potential.
The only thing I don't like about him is that he gets hit. And if he gets hit, it's a pain in the butt.
Okay, let's hear the Streamle. He gonna say something smart.
Yep. So,
Probably not.
yeah, so I don't own the Babu guy, but I played him pretty much on other people's accounts on S0R1. I even tested S6, which is garbage. Look, how I see Bamboo guys. Let's talk a bit about his gameplay and why I don't like him. I did like him in the beginning, but the more I played him, the more I dislike his gameplay. The reason is simple. He's pretty much useless in the Viva, and I'm gonna explain to you why he's useless. He often misses his last forte hit, which means he's gonna lose Concerto. Often it happens, enemy dies, he just gonna swing and miss. For bosses, sometimes he swings and miss too, which brings him to his half Concerto, not triggering the last forte hit that usually bring him to the full Concerto to swap out. Therefore you waste time hitting the enemy again. I feel like he's kinda clunky if you miss that last hit. It's something like the Arrow Rover. If you guys played Arrow Rover, right? And when you miss the hit with Arrow Rover, you lose stuck on the forte. That's how Queen Jan works, right? Pretty much. If you miss that last forte attack on the enemy dies or enemy, I don't know, evades, you are fucked. Pretty much. In terms of pull value, I don't see why would you pull him. Because the reason is simple. Just pull Lupa for Galbrena, right? Because Lupa will work with other characters too, besides Galbrena. For Lova, let's not talk about Forlova, because Forlova got better teammates anyway. Why would you pull Bamboo Guy for Forlova? It's useless. So, from my perspective, he's kinda useless, from my perspective. But that's just me. And his kit is nothing amazing.
The sole fact you have compared him to Arrow Rover automatically puts him into D tier.
That's how I felt.
I kind of feel that way too. Despite I love the guy though. He's got really sick animations, but he is fucking clunky. So
I disagree a little bit. I think the only clunky part of him is It's very easy to get hit out of your forte.
Can I just say this? Sorry. When it works, it's splendid. It's majestic. It's so good to use him when it works. But at the moment you fucked up in Whippering, you're gonna feel it. That's all. Sorry.
I mean, I agree he's not the greatest in Whimpering, but he's also part of the team that gave him my highest score. So for me, it was great.
Yeah, because you got S3 Galbrena. That's
Yeah.
that's like me saying my S6 my S6 jungle is better than your jungle, right?
I like the Arrow Rover comparison because it kind of makes sense to me. But he's also like Arrow Rover is also on the best team in the game, right? And Chuyon's the same way. He's on these teams that will clear everything in the game for you easily. But he's just like there are other options, and he's clunky. But if you have those characters, pull him. He's not gonna. He's not gonna. You know. He's
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna be bad,
he
but
will
he's not
perform.
gonna
Yeah,
be-
yeah.
But yeah, I agree with like pretty much everyone.
Okay, one guy said his damage is so low you can just use the mullet on him. Do you guys agree with that? Don't even build his echo set. It's worthless.
Actually,
just put him
I
on the
mean-
moonlit.
I think he does pretty good damage. He doesn't do huge damage, but his damage is respectable.
For a 4-star character, or are we talking about 5 stars?
No, 4-5.
Okay, and enough shitting on the. I mean, let's close it with this. When Bambuga was released, I find him like one of the fastest characters to swap out and in of him. You need 65 crit rate on him to get the buffs. He's okay, but I don't think in the terms of pull value he's needed for any account, even if you have for low wall Galbrena, because I would say again, just for Galbrena, just pull Lupa, she'll be used on more teams than just Galbrena, right? That's just my 2 cents on him.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he has much pull value by himself, unless you really want the premium Galbrena team.
That said, if you get him as 3, he can do anything. He gets really strong, and he gets interruption resistance.
His damage goes from 1 to 5.
Yeah, I can agree with that on my S6 Lupa. You guys are right. Just well and win the game.
Yeah,
So,
just well.
Tier list. Vote. Tyro, you're first.
I would put him like top of B, bottom A.
Okay. Babaji.
I would still say A tier.
Spoons.
I'll go with B.
Sina.
B tier
Okay.
at most.
Well, I guess we're gonna put him at the B. You guys voted. Next, we got the CEO Solon. What was his name? Solon or Solon? I forgot his name. CEO of Kuro.
Solon.
We got his waifu. So let's rate Chisa.
So I
Or
think
was it
she's
Chixa?
Abunai.
very
Abunai.
fun. She's got some of the most fun gameplay out of all characters for me. Her damage is not great, but I think she's going to see more value as we get more characters with negative statuses. The more characters with these negative effects that come out, the more value she's going to get. So yeah, for me, she's like at least an A.
She's like next to Yinlin, the bottom tier. Like if I didn't pull her, my account wouldn't. Like if it would be actually be better, I would have the pulls. But yeah, I still love her. So.
Yes, for
Laugh,
now,
it's-
in the current meta, 1 team. And that will stay probably for like half a year more. So even though she's getting her rerun now with Amy, I would advise to avoid her like a plague. Simply because she alone doesn't justify the spend pools on her. And even considering her death shred, there's not enough high level content in the game to justify that. If she was released in 3.x and not at the end of 2.x, she would probably be a Toon Break character, which would up her value significantly. But since that's not the case, I would put her from the pool value perspective in C tier, same as Bamboo Guy. She's not needed anywhere to justify her place in the roster.
I don't want to say too much about Dreams, but
We are not talking anything beyond the
but
current patch.
if we Amy coming out, potentially her value will go up then.
Yes, but then you can
sure.
just wait on her second rerun and get her if you have the characters that actually use negative status effects. For now, from we can tell, we have upcoming Aero Echo character. We have Amy who's using Fusion Burst. And possibly somewhere in the future another Fusion Burst character. But the thing is, do you need her now? Can you justify pulling on her a rerun? No.
And like the worst thing, even when they release those new the DPS, like they will probably just give the support for them and not the G-Sun.
I don't disagree with anything. I think I would rather have Yinlin on my count, but she has future potential for sure.
It has future potential, but not actual potential for now.
So can
It's
we
kind
talk?
of the same. Listen, it's kind of the same situation how people were coping. We'll get more Spectro Frazzle characters to make Zani more viable pool. That's the feeling I get with Chisan right now. And at her initial release.
Okay. Anybody else wanna add something to Chisa?
Well, still best waifu for me. So,
And
I don't
mind you
care.
that we are considering S0 R1, not sequences, because sequences buff her usage a lot, simply because of adding the damage from her S1, adding the interruption resistance, and her huge buff on S2. But
Actually,
like we said, we're considering only S0
if
R1.
we're considering signature, then I think she gets bumped up a bit because defense dread is pretty powerful. It like for example, it lets you do more damage with negative status, it lets you do more damage with Toon Break, stuff like that. So it's a valuable signature for sure.
Can we just address what team is she using currently?
Kotethia, that's the only team she's
And
in at
that's
the
it.
moment.
Okay.
She-
So her pool value for the Cartetia, would you say, like, would you need to get Chisa to make your Cartetia? If you wanna build the best team of Cartetia, would you say you need Chisa?
No, for
No,
that,
you
yeah.
don't need Chisa to make... She's useful, because you can throw away Aero Rover, but at the same time you can make Cart SK and Chakona work without Aero Rover.
So you would not recommend Chisa to any new player, pretty much.
Not even
For
for the
now, no.
veterans.
Maybe on her second rerun, if we get guaranteed more dot-based characters.
Maybe on
For
her
now,
fifth
no.
rerun.
Okay.
Yeah, I think until there's a character that actually uses her, it's not really worth to pull her.
She gets basically the same treatment as Bamboo Guy, but this Bamboo Guy at least works with 2 teams, and Chisa works with 1. There's always something better than the 30% dev shred she can provide
Okay. I guess I
in
can.
terms of buffs.
Okay. Can I give my take now? You all said what you wanted to say. Yep. Okay. Me personally, when I saw Chisa kit, I honestly thought that she's really good, and I said that she will be future proof. But there is the thing: her kit does look future proof, but knowing Kuro, they will just add some gimmicks to the characters, which will make her pretty much either useless or forgotten. Because we had those things happening before. The kid looked okay, and the character pretty much just got into one team, and that's about it, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I like her gameplay. I think she's okay-ish. Maybe too long to be on the field as a sub DPS buffer, honestly. Maybe with the quick swap, you could make her, the sound mode, you can make it a little easier on yourself if you quick swap and not, but usually, yeah.
You can basically lower her field time to literally almost 0 seconds if you do quick swap properly with Chisa.
Yep.
But
Okay.
that's high level gameplay, of course.
Yep. That's not for casuals or for old people like me, right? Okay. Anybody else want to add something to Chisa? Pool value? You said guys no, so let's go with the scoring. Tyro?
D.
Babaji?
I will give Chisa D.
Spoons.
I said B.
Sorry, what?
I said B.
B. Okay, Sina?
I will put her in C because she's still better put than in.
So I would, me personally, I don't think she's bad as C. Me personally. So I would give her a B, I guess. So I don't know, we had two votes for D, one for C, and one for B. Me personally, I would put her on B.
With Sig, I'll put her at C, actually.
So, okay, then
we are
it's concluded, then it's on C.
It's just, for me, it's like, I wouldn't pull her, so why would I pull her?
I will just say this. I believe in her. I will just say this. I still believe in Chisa. Okay, anyway, let's move to the 3.0 characters. Pretty much new region, new gimmicks, the Tomb Break. So we kinda did a bit of damage power creep in this region. And the first character is, of course, Gyaru, so-called Linae.
Triple S, easy.
Yeah,
I
think
was
triple
saying
S
that
should-
even before the 3.0 release, she's a must pull, and that's it. People who don't have Gyaru are bricked, reroll account, don't play till she gets a rerun. You're fucking a moron, and that's it. To anyone who skipped Gyaru.
There doesn't need to be anything else said.
Anybody else?
I would say not as good as but yeah, really good. Like maybe double S.
No. She is quadruple. She's better than Shorekeeper. She can lift any count. She'll play with Haver Grover. She'll play with Chixia. You can play her anyone, and she'll clear the game. She'll carry your account. Just get her. You won't regret it. She's gonna work with future characters. She works now. She is the best character in the game for me.
Somebody said in the chat, if you have Shorekeeper and Linae, it's a pick a DPS you win situation. Would you agree with that, guys?
Basically,
You don't even need SK. You could put any support with Linae, and she will carry your.
Yep. Her liberation buff is just a Shario top on her outro, and that's it.
Okay. Let's talk about the
things. By the way,
to give it a perspective, on her liberation she gives 24-25% general damage buff. On her signature she gives 24 general damage buff. On her outro she gives 15% general damage buff. Quick rotation, no problems with concertos whatsoever. Mini nuke, even with her support set at a 0, which should do around probably 19 to 110k damage if you build
I
her
would say 100k.
really well.
100k. Not min max, but could build 100k. Don't forget about her rapture damage.
Yep, which if some people don't know, Tomb Break damage as well as rapture damage isn't affected by your actual stats. but by the level, defense, and resistance. That's why Toonbreak characters don't have specific damage types buffs, mostly, but general damage buffs. To add to all of this, Lina also gives 40 Toonbreak points, which basically works as damage amp for Toonbreak damage specifically.
Each point is 1%, so it's 40% more.
So can we talk about her teams?
Yes.
Which
I mean-
team she doesn't work with.
Any team. She works with everyone.
Okay, I guess we all agree on that. Anybody else want to add something?
There's one thing I want to add.
Mm-hmm.
So she is a really high floor. Like you don't really, there's like pretty much anyone can pick her up and play her. The one thing that most people don't know is when you do your plunge, if you have your concerto already, you can swap out and it can complete. And the way you get the concerto for that is you can do like a one swap in to get her skill early. And then her skill has a really short cooldown, so you can use it again during her rotation. And you'll have enough concerto where you can start at the top of your plunge and swap out early, and it can save you some time.
I think it was like
Just wanna add
six seconds. I think, right? Her skill cooldown.
But
The only downfall of Lane is her internal cooldown on the nuke, and that's it.
I wouldn't call this eternal cool. I mean, yeah, sure. But downfall, not really. It's just damage on top, cherry on top.
Well, my point is that she doesn't really have like a high ceiling. Like she has a high floor, but she doesn't have a lot of wiggle room to play with. So she's kind of a little stale to play, but she's so powerful you don't even care. It's like fuck.
Okay.
Now I would say she's the buff queen, even more than Shorekeeper.
Okay. Anybody else before I get my 10 cents? I guess not. Personally, what you guys said, that's how I feel about the Gyaru. Hot, buff, damage, and she's skating around. That's a big thing. She's skating around, so good for exploring too. But yeah, she's definitely the highlight character of 3.0. I personally, her and Mornaya, pick Linaya. A reason? Linaya is gonna buff everything. Doesn't matter what team you put her in, she will work pretty much. It is as Zeratar said on the chat here, on Twitch chat. If you have Shorekeeper Linaya or any universal buffer, just pick a DPS and you will win. Pretty much, yeah. So, pool value for a new player, I would say really high, right? Pick her. You guys?
Yeah,
She's the
definitely.
top.
I'd say number one currently, probably.
Okay, so that's an easy SSS rank. I don't even need to call out names. We're gonna put her on the SS, and now we're gonna go to the last character, the crippled senpai, or so-called Mornaye. Or Morni, whatever you wanna call her.
Oh boy,
I think
that's a
Monye-
big elephant.
Very strong, but I don't think she's SSS. I think she's S. She has huge reliance either on having Lene or having S1. And, it's locked behind 40% damage amp, which is not a small number. If you don't have one of those two things, you can't get that 40% damage amp at all. It's just gone. So I think that bumps her down from SSS to S for me. Otherwise, I think she's great. Very short field time. Her damage is reasonable.
I think
For me, she's same as the Shorekeeper Triple S.
Let me ask something different. How many people have S0 Mornia over S1 Mornia?
I got this one.
I have A0 R1.
Mine's S1, R1.
That's my point entirely, because she's way too dependent on her S1.
Yeah,
and she's
but
way too restrictive on her S0.
I mean,
Also, mind you that her 40% buff even with Lin lasts 8 seconds. So she's very timing restrictive. She by herself doesn't put any Tomb Break debuffs. She relies on her teammates to do that. And those two facts basically downgrade her for me at S0 R1 to honestly B tier. Because her because her R1, her signature isn't even that big of a deal, to be honest.
I do think at S0, R1, she's still giving almost the same amount of buffs as Shorekeeper does, minus the crit rate.
She's
So-
worse than Verina's S0
Yeah, I don't know.
in other teams than Tomb Break.
Oh, hell no.
She's
Well, this is
giving
the
the
first
same
time we're
buffs,
gonna
so you
disagree.
can't. It can't be different. She's literally giving the same buffs, just minus the crit rate. It's all the same.
Okay, so this is how I see it. Okay, first of all, I don't think we should consider S0 R1 because we should consider S1 R0. She needs her S1 more than she needs her signature.
That's my point entirely.
But that said, 8 seconds is plenty to get your main DPS rotation. Like you don't really, if you're playing her with Lupa or Linne, you don't need any signatures. You don't need any R1 or S1. So she's fine there. So for me, she's basically if you have her S1, she's SK level. If you don't have her S1, she's Verina level. Like so. She's great. She's kind of controversial right now because people haven't like decided where they want to put her. I think, but I think she's probably top of S tier. And if you have her S1, which I recommend over her signature, then I would put her on Shorekeeper level.
That's my point entirely, and why I asked how many people have her S1 over S0.
Well, I can tell
Because
you my
from what-
experience.
From what I
because
can tell,
have.
most people day 1 or day 2 just got her sequence from the shop, even if they didn't want to do that specifically. And that's the main problem with her. That's why I said S0 for me is B tier, simply because of the restrictiveness of the kit for the current roster. If you consider her S1, she's triple S for sure.
So
And
my
like I
experience
said,
with
her weapon doesn't
S0
get that much
R1
value.
basically is the same as the Shorekeeper. And yeah, I'm not considering the Linai in team. Like her buffs are just that good, and like usually I don't even like include that 40% like buff. Like it's not needed. For example, the Galbrena, Lupa, and Mornaye is like way better team than with Shorekeeper. So yeah, in some teams she is just better than Shore, but in like let's say Augusta, Iono, and Shore, yeah, she can't compete there. So that's from my testing. Like in some teams she is just better, but in some no. And yeah, she does like without the Linai.
Okay. Anybody got
So,
any
yeah,
more 2 cents to say, or should I?
I think you should go on. There's more to be said, but I agree with where.
Okay, I mean,
everyone's
we can say
estimate
more
is.
after I guess I get my 2 cents. Whoever places Mornaye not in the same spot as Shorekeeper, I think it's a criminal. From my testing, now I don't have S0 Mornaye. I was pretty much comparing between Shorekeeper S2. I know we are talking in this tier list S0 characters, but I will talk from my experience, right? So I was comparing S0, S1 Mornaye with S1 R1 Mornaye with Shorekeeper S2 R1 Shorekeeper, and pretty much my conclusion was it's the same time. So usually like for example, as Bazila pointed out, Shorekeeper will work better in one team, then Mornaye will work better in other team. But usually the time is here and here. Now the big plus of Mornaye is her damage. So on A0, I was testing Shorekeeper and Mornaye damage on A0. Shorekeeper with crit damage and Spectre bonus on her 3 cost did 85k on her enchant intro. Mornaye did on Liberation, so defense, defense, ER, defense. She did 89 Liberation bonus, but I did not count her Toon Break. She adds Toon Break bonus too, so her damage is way higher than the Shorekeeper, for example. Now, one other thing, she is faster than the Shorekeeper. That's one more thing. So I would just place her in the same tier as Shorekeeper. I think she's really valuable. I did play her A0 on other people's accounts. I did even test her on the Bazilla account. We all know that Bazilla got every character A0 R1. So it was smooth. I got nothing to say except praises for Mornaye. I don't agree what Sina said. It's a must. I think 8 seconds. If you play smart, it's good. She's made more for my playstyle, which is hyper carrying. That means you start with Mornaye to your sub DPS. When you switch to your DPS, you wanna immediately break the boss to get that window of damage, and your hyper carry should dump all his damage onto the boss or the enemy you're facing, which is meaning that quick swapping kinda, it is okayish, but hyper carry teams will get more out of Mornaye than quick swaps. That's my 2 cents on Mornaye, but yeah, I would definitely put her in the same spot as Shorekeeper.
Yeah, they're basically the same character with few different steps.
Anybody else wanna add something to it?
There is one thing I wanted to add. That is, she is actually quick swap friendly because her buffs are sort of front loaded. You don't really need to finish her full rotation while you're quick swapping, and she has a lot of tech where if you have Discord, you can skip her heavy attack if it's rank 4. So she can be faster than Shorekeeper in that case, but you wouldn't want to use her in a team that requires like her Toon Break for that tech specifically. Well, when you're using her on their Toon Break teams, she's going to be better than any other support, and she's basically future-proof. She's probably going to be increasing in value as time goes by. So yeah, she's definitely like if you have Shorekeeper and Verena, you don't really need her because you have enough supports to do everything you want. But I would say she's higher value than Verena, but under Shorekeeper right now, but in the future she'll probably overtake Shorekeeper even.
Yeah, her Toon breaking, the speed she breaks bosses is really, really fast, like twice fast. So
yeah, she has so much. She has so much comfort to her kit, like interruption resistance. She's flying. She speeds up your Toon break so you can interrupt the boss. So she's very comfortable.
Anything else? Anybody wanna add?
For current meta, like I said, for current roster, I'm still defending my B tier at S0. Like I said, S1 is triple S for sure, because that bumps her usage tremendously. Considering future-proofness and the Toon Break meta, at this particular moment, I think she still can be skipped on her initial banner and safely be pulled on her rerun when you get more Toon Break characters and can get more value out of her. And that's basically it.
Okay. So, I mean, you kind of said that in terms of pool value for the new players. Let's start with Tyro. Would you suggest right now, since she's on the banner, would you say pull Morni?
I would say no. I'd say new players get a guaranteed Shorekeeper. Go for Shorekeeper first. I would say after that, maybe. I kind of agree with Sina that you should probably get her on her second rerun if you're a new player. If you're a veteran player, pull her 100%.
Okay, Bazilla.
Well, I would say like pull even now. Like we are in 3.0, so yeah, all the new characters gonna use the her mech. So like, yeah, really good pull value.
Okay, Spoons.
Yeah, I would probably say to pull her now. All the upcoming characters are probably going to have something to do with Toonbreak. So, going to have value in your teams.
And Cena said that he thinks you should skip her. I'm gonna agree with Spoons and Bazilla here, since we are in 3.0. Shorekeeper is kind of always on the new player account anyway. You can pretty much, if you explore all the map, do all the events and stuff, I think you will have enough for both Mornaya right now and Shorekeeper, right? So you should just get them both. They're gonna be pretty much the pillar of your whole account, whatever team you're using. And Mornaya gonna just, her value is gonna go up and up pretty much. She's basically just Shorekeeper 2.0, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I guess Tyro, you can vote first. Where you wanna put her?
I put her top of S.
So S rank. Okay. Bazilla.
Next to Shore, so triple S.
Okay. Spoons.
I think for me, she's an S as well. She
Just
still
S.
has some restrictions to get her whole kit. So I just can't put her on the same level as Shorekeeper.
Okay. Cena.
Just get her S1 and put her in triple S, and let's be done with this.
True.
I will put her in the next to the Shorekeeper. Like, I don't see other way around. Since I did a lot of Mornaya testing, I did S1, S2, S6 Mornaya. She's awesome. So for me, easy SSS, and that's gonna bring the total votes to the triple S, I would say. Weapon, kinda not needed, I would say. Even you can go with the Discord. Her weapon is nice to have. Like, what it gives 20% crit damage.
20% crit damage. Her weapon is good, but Discord works on her perfectly fine
yes.
if you don't have it.
Yes. She's pretty much free to play friendly, I would say, in terms of you can get just S0, honestly. S1 is pretty much just for now until we get new characters, I would say. That's my 1 cent here. But sure, S1 gonna bring, it's pretty much something like Shorekeeper S1, just, benefits of life, right? So yeah, and that's pretty much gonna conclude this limited pool, tier list.
What about Rover?
Wait, Chotomate. Now we're gonna order the tier list. We're gonna start from the D tier, and we're gonna order in what order they're getting. So we got Gao and Yilin. Who is worst? Who is better here?
I think Gao's worse.
Simply
than Yin
because
for
you
me.
can't go to Gao, put him
Yeah.
lower.
Okay. Then we're gonna move to the C tier.
And if you do, you're a failure as a human being.
Okay, C tier. Who is the best here in the C tier?
Chisa.
Honestly, Chisa.
I think Chisa Zhang Liao is probably second for me.
So Chisa first.
Yep.
Zhang Liao second. Pero. Any peros?
I think Pero's
Yes.
better than Arrow Lady for me.
So something like this: Chisa, mechanical dildo, calculator, pero, and arrow lady.
I wouldn't be able to
looks good.
justify pulling for Chia anytime, so.
For me, they're all so close it doesn't matter.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
for the B tier, who is the best here in the B tier?
Honestly, Camellia and Jian.
I think Trion.
So
I think
okay, can we just agree who is first?
Zani does more damage than Camellia and Gion, even at S0.
Like we already established, Zani is way more expensive than both Jian and Camellia.
Bazilla, you guys voted Camellia B, not me. I said she's A. Hey, I know how to build Camellia and how to get her damage out of her kit. I don't know how to play her, but I know how to build her. You guys voted B. Don't blame me.
She has one of the highest goon values for sure.
Okay, so Camellia first, second Gian. I would put Zani honestly first, but that's just my 1 cent.
Yeah, definitely Zani.
Zani
before
is the
the
fun in the
1.0
room in the
character.
whole war roster. And that's the problem with her.
So we're gonna put Zani second then. Because
I
she's
said
definitely
she's-
better than Gian. Come on. There is no way she's not better than Gian.
I said it. She's either D tier or SSS tier. And that's the problem with Zani.
So Camellia, Zani, Gian, Encore, Jeji, and Bambugai.
I'd put Bamboo Guy in front of Yeji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simply because of his gameplay problems, I wouldn't do that. Zizi has way more flexibility in her gameplay than Bamboo Guy.
Yeah, but
The
she's
sole fact she can fly and she has better mobility than him, and she's not as much susceptible to interruptions.
I mean, Bamboo Guy can fly as well. Haven't you played him?
No, because I don't
Be in
have
the
him.
sky half of his rotation.
Zizia has one good team, and she's power crept by Lene. And Bamboo has 2 meta teams. So for me,
And he's not needed there anyway.
But if we're going on value, things change. If we're going on like
And
power level
Bamboo
or
Guy is
position.
blind. Have you ever seen a blind guy fight like him?
Yes, in what was it, Blind Fury?
Well,
The movie?
Well, let's just leave it like that. Let's not fight over it, okay, guys? It's fine. they can both belong to the B tier.
I would honestly just dump Bamboo Guy into D tier and forget he ever existed, but
Oh, he's not that
I
bad.
think
Come on.
I think he's a waste of resource putting
No.
such giga chat animations on him.
True, that's true. His animations are way better than
At least put his level of animations on Luke so people can have something good.
Okay, for 80, who is the best DPS here? I mean,
Yeah.
not DPS, character. Best character overall.
You know what I would do? I would move Chacona up to S.
Yeah, I wanted
Cortesia in
I actually
A.
wanted to discuss Chicona
Beginning.
with
If you
your
put Lupa in the
previous.
S, Chacona belongs to S as well.
Yes, as
I
I
think
said
so.
before, I don't think Chicona deserves an A spot. Like, she is too good for many teams, right?
I said it
Yeah.
the highest A tier to justify my judgment. But if you put Lupa in the S, she belongs in S as well.
Yes.
Even higher than Lupa.
Yes, we can all agree that. My only issue is right now is Camellia on B, but you guys don't like Camellia, so understandable. Okay, who is the best overall character for A tier?
For me, it's Cortesia.
Lotta,
or,
maybe.
Or Carlotta.
Yeah,
I would put
Carlotta.
all three Brand, Cantarella, and Cartetia at the same spot, honestly.
So,
I think Carlotta first,
Carlotta, we got one vote.
Not- just because of her damage. Just she brings a lot more than
But
just damage.
here's the thing, Carlotta still needs teammates.
Not really. You can use her with Lumi and Tao Chi if you're good enough and just clear everything.
Yeah, that's my entire point. She still needs teammates.
You know,
But it's
every
kinda
character
expensive.
still needs teammates.
I mean, I don't consider solo an argument. Like that's not a thing for me. Like, so,
I mean, it's still some kind of argument.
no, it's not. It's
If
maybe
Zero
for
Cortesia isn't clearing anything solo.
Oh, she's even faster than
Carlotta's
some
brain
guys.
dead, and she's consistent, and anyone can pick her up and get use out of her and clear the game. She does fine in Weewa from what I can see. Like she's not the best, but she can do it. Yeah, I think she's top. The other ones are so close that I don't care. Except for Cantarella, I wouldn't actually.
I
put
could
Cantarella
agree
down.
that she belongs in the same place as Brand, Cantarella, and Carte. But the rest of the three that are there are definitely worse picks than any of those four.
We can make one more rank SS. And then we move S rank on the SS and we move some characters to S.
Yeah, I like that.
That could work, I
We
guess.
could probably move Polova, Augusta up to an SS.
For sure.
Arena
Oh,
as well, probably.
Wait, I just need to figure
Mhm.
out.
How
Add
to
a
unbreak.
row below. We're gonna name it SS Black. Did that work? No, because we can see. Wait. I got this. I swear I got this. This was yellow. Okay, and now add a row below. SS. So I'm gonna put all these characters now here. So is there any character you wanna put to the S? Would be Cartetia, you said.
Yes.
Anybody else?
Cartetia, Brandt, Cantarella, and
I'd put
Carlotta.
Carlotta up to S as well.
Yeah, those 4 belong higher than Jinshi, Changli, and Phoebe.
So like this. Okay.
If it was
Fine
just
with
me, I would put like the DPSs from SS into S, but I know that's not going to happen.
If we
it's
get
fine.
the S tier, I would argue to dump Galbrena to S.
Brand has a lot of Naxer Tag asked why Brand. Brand has a lot of versatility. He can be played as a
Yeah.
main DPS. He can be played with pretty much any fusion character and do well. He does great damage. He's a good support. He gets shielding. He has healing. He's a very good character, but he's not necessary for any of his teams. So he's like kind of like, oh, I don't know where to put it because
Jack
he's
of
like,
all
he's
trades.
basically-
Jack of all
Yeah.
trades. That's Brandt.
Yeah. That's how Cantarella also can be. That's why there are both in S teams. They do
I
have
probably-
their designated teams, but they can work outside of their designated teams, either as supports, as sub DPSs, or even as a main DPSs as well. Especially if we consider R1, then Cantarella definitely has main DPS potential.
Okay. So let's
I don't feel the same way about Cantarella.
let's continue to the topic. A rank. Who is first here on this spot, or is this correct order?
I'd
I would
personally
stick
put
with it.
Jinxie at the bottom of A.
They're all pretty much even to me, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Then I'm
They
gonna
each
be
have
biased
some
and put
caveats that-
Changli first. It's fine.
Yeah, just put him on Gunnar level. That works.
Okay,
Yeah.
then S rank. I assume this is the correct order. Cartetia, Lotta, Brandt, and
They're
Cantarella.
pretty
Yeah, I'm happy with
close in
that.
my opinion.
Okay, then we got
As
the
well.
SS rank. I would definitely leave Verena here. Then I would even put Augusta before Forlova because I'm biased, but you know me, so you can
I
guys
wouldn't.
decide.
I actually would put Augusta before Frolova. She has like they both do everything in the game. Frolova will do Weewall easier, but Weewall is kind of a joke anyway. You can clear it with Augusta, so it doesn't like who's clearing harder doesn't really matter to me. Like they're both clearing, but Augusta has that higher floor with more Tefi than because there's no character that Frolova can use that's a 4-star that can elevate her as much as Augusta gets elevated with more Tefi. That's why I think she's slightly higher because you just pull her and you have a team. You don't Frolova, she still needs someone. You can put her with Havoc, Rover, and Verena, probably is her easiest, highest floor, but then you're taking away your Rover. So
Okay.
for me, Augusta's just slightly better.
Okay, let me just answer this question. The question is, does Augusta needs her weapon as much as Forlova? No. Augusta can
no.
even work with the Lustorious Razor or the new standard weapon. Even yesterday, I was clearing endgame content with Augusta A0 R0. It was the Luxurious Razor on her, and she was clearing content just fine. She didn't have any
Didn't you
issues.
do one
Considering-
with level 1 weapons a couple of weeks ago? You played Augusta team with level
Did
1
I?
weapons.
I don't remember. Maybe
Yeah,
I
I'm
did.
sure it was Augusta.
Augusta is just good.
And it's
I don't
still
know.
cleared.
I would say in terms of the value, or you're gonna get more out of. Look, for Lova, I think you need her weapon. Honestly, Augusta, her damage is just high. Whatever you do, she's gonna do good, right? But still, for Lova is that DPS that when you invest, she's gonna provide. Same with Augusta, right? But Augusta
we were
will never
considering
clear.
S0 R1 anyway, so
Yeah,
that
but
was
yeah, I
the
guess.
same.
But look, but from my perspective, Forloa will clear every Havoc resistant floors. Augusta won't. I'm speaking from experience. Augusta won't. On A0 R1,
Yeah.
I don't think Augusta is clearing any resistant floors.
Plus, I think solo wise,
Like even yesterday,
better.
she was stopped with the Mecha Bok.
Yeah, but
boss,
that was
so-
Unga Bunga team, Bazilla. That was
But-
Unga Bunga team.
Yeah,
I didn't, buff her or anything. She was, yeah, but sure, it was S3 Augusta versus Mecha Abomination, and yeah, she kinda. I mean, yeah,
lost me 50k points. Thanks.
you're welcome. But yeah, I think I would just I guess I would leave it like this, the SS ranking.
I would just move Chekona over Lupa.
I would move Chikona and Lupa to the top. I value supports more than DPSs.
Oh,
DPS
absolutely.
can be replaced.
Me personally, yes. But this
I
this is
think-
you guys voting.
I think like in the future, like 3.0, you can probably
agree.
pull it at, like DPS and be fine, and they'll do everything. But you won't always get the chance to get your supports. So if your supports come up and you have a choice between like Lupa and like Galbrana or Augusta or Forlova, I would pull Lupa just because she's going to be valuable right now and in the future. And main DPSs are they come and go. They get power crept. But yeah, but they're still great. I still think they're SS. I just would move the supports to the top.
That's kind of
I mean, people who
Valid
watch me for a
perspective.
long time, everybody knows that I value support over DPS, because I always said DPS at some point is gonna get replaced, support will stay. I always say this line whenever people ask me. Support is usually the best option you should aim for if you are investing into your account. DPS can always be replaced with anybody. Right now, even I can go play Chixa, main DPS, I will clear endgame content. It doesn't matter who is DPS as long as my support is strong. Let's leave it like that, or we can't move anymore because we did voted before. I can just
I'd
switch
say
places.
Move Chikona after Verena and then Lupa after that, and then the rest stay the same.
So Lupa first. Okay, I actually agree with that, and Shikona second, right?
no.
Well, I'd say
Yes.
Chikona first, then Lupa.
You all agree with that?
Same.
That Shikona
I
is
think
first.
they're the same.
No.
No. Lupa's first for me. But that's a
Chikona
different
is
argument.
For me, sure, because she got better kit than Chikona. But
Plus, you were furry, so then Lupa should be first.
you can eat my hair, you know what? I mean, I don't mind. I'm gonna make my own tier list. Fuck you guys. And on the SS, we can all agree, right? Still, Shorekeeper, the best character. I would put I would actually put Mornaya here, then Linaya, then Iono, but you guys can vote.
I would put Lin higher than Shorekeeper, honestly.
I also think Lin may be higher than Shorekeeper.
Are you saying that Lin is all you need in the game more than the Shorekeeper, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
oh hell no.
This is the first time I
Like
hear
I
this.
said,
Sure.
look, from S0 R1 perspective, Shorekeeper gives you 12% crit, which isn't as much needed now as it was in 1.x. She gives you 25% crit damage, and she gives you 14% attack from her R1. We're considering S0 R1. Linae, for S0 R1, gives you 48 plus 15, that's 63% general damage bonus. It's way higher value than Shorekeeper, plus she's an enabler for Toon Break. End of
Right.
story.
And she
Like,
does
they all-
quite a lot of damage.
They both go in every single team in the game, but Linnea's going to elevate you a bit more.
But who gonna keep the new players alive?
The problem with Linnea is there's not two of them. There's only one Linnea, and there's only
Yeah.
one team you can put her on.
The problem with Linnea is that she's considered a sub DPS, not a support.
Well, you guys vote.
Still, no heals.
Keep Linnea first or me. Look, guys, me personally, I don't see how Linnea is better than Mornaya and Shorekeeper, but you guys judge.
I mean, for the arguments that were given, but that's our opinion.
Yeah,
For me, they're all on the same level, all three of them. So
From what I
don't
said, I
really
would put
mind.
Mornia in the lowest position.
you can be friend with Exile, I guess. Sina.
I do think, personally, I
order.
agree. Monnier should be after should be at the bottom of SSS because of her restrictions.
So leave it like this.
My point exactly.
For me, shouldn't even be SS. She should be between Augusta and Galbrena, because
is up there, man.
she's up there, but not SSS. But I don't want to open that can of worms. I'll just leave it.
She's the only exception, to be honest. And yeah, she's just too good to miss out on her.
Okay.
I love her. I just pulled her. She's great, but I wouldn't put her that high for value.
So let's now discuss not Aero. Fuck Aero Rover. We're not even gonna judge Aero Rover. Female Rover gonna be Spectro. Male Rover gonna be Havoc. And then we're gonna judge the 4 stars. Okay, first Spectro Rover. What do you guys think?
Honestly,
I think it's pretty good. Maybe a B.
I would put
Damn.
both of them in the A tier.
Yeah, in A. Like Spectre Rover is not better
People-
than Camellia.
People undervalue Rover, but both Spectro and Havoc Rovers do sizable amount of damage for their field time. Plus, Spectro Rover is more quickstop friendly than Havoc, but Havoc is more main DPS based. Also, for me personally, Spectro Rover plays more fluidly than Havoc, which is more of a nuke type character. You basically don't do shit on him unless you have the Forte, and that's it. Then you just do huge damage. And Spectre Rover is more consistent, I think. That's the differences between the two.
In terms of performance, I would put them probably bottom of B. But because you get them for free, you could consider moving them up higher because you don't have to pull for them. And Havoc Rover is the first main DPS I built, and I still use him. And he can clear pretty much just as well as Cam, even if Cam is a bit better. He struggles in Weewa though, or AoE scenarios, but he does have like a lingering ult, which sort of makes up for that. Spectre Rover is a lot smoother, like Cinna said. He's like much better to play. I would rather play him if I can. And he can also clear content, actually, if you wanted to. But yeah, so in performance, I would put him bottom of B, maybe top C. In value, I'd put him bottom of A. So it's somewhere between there.
So we all
As
agree.
we're not considering pool value here, we should consider more like build value here.
Guys, would you pull Spectre Rover? Okay, so let's vote. Spectre Rover with what? Tyro?
Bottom of B.
Okay. Babaji?
Bottom A. B.
Okay.
Bottom B.
Spoons?
B for me, bottom of B.
And
probably.
Sina?
I would put both of them in the bottom A.
Okay, and then I guess I would put them. look, personally, I can't rate them above Camellia. That's just stupid. Since you put Camellia on B, I need to vote B. So yeah, I'm gonna put
Then just
both of them
bump
B.
Camellia to A and be done with
Oh
it.
no,
Yeah.
guys, you voted. I'm gonna make my own tier list, and I'm gonna make it better.
Yeah, sure. Lupine triple S and everything below. Sure.
Yes, you know. Okay, next we got what's her name? Chisa? Chasia? Chixia. Goddamn, Chinese names.
I don't think there's a single 4-star that I've played or built at all.
Okay, you're out. See you, spoons. Goodbye.
Oh, actually, no. Maybe Sanhua. I played Sanhua.
Okay.
I will say this. Sanhua, Mortefi, and Bullying to triple S, and the rest of them maybe bottom B, and that's it.
We are talking about
Beside of
Chixia.
Lumi and Yahoo who go to D.
I mean, unless you got something to say about Chixia, does anybody got something to say about Chixia? Did anybody actually play her?
I've seen you play Chixia.
It's-
She does decent damage. I'd say maybe a C.
Okay.
She's clunky hell for me, so
Since you put Camellia on the B rank, I wanted to pull my Chixia on A rank because I don't know, guys. Did you check my Morni, Linaye, and Chixia runs?
Yeah, but who's actually carrying that team? It's not Chixia.
Did you check Chixia damage frame by frame?
I said she's got decent damage for.
I can assure you, it should be around 30-40k damage. That's
Yeah, she's
standard
so
weapon.
high.
Standard weapon.
Wait.
She has
Per
one of the
shot
highest.
or per rotation?
Rotation. I can assure
Okay,
you.
never mind.
The multiplier on her ult is higher than Havoc Rover. Like it's one of the higher ones in the game.
Yeah,
she has problems.
Also-
She has high energy for her ult, and she has
Yes.
like huge interruption
Yes.
problems where you have to be really smart when you're playing her.
Yes.
That said, I don't own her. I don't play her, so I don't really want to.
She's hard to play. 100% she's hard to play. Like, if there is a hard character to play, it is Chixia. That's for sure. So we all agree B tier or C tier. Tyro, you
I
vote
would
first.
put her.
I put her C tier, maybe bottom.
Okay, Babaji,
B tier.
Daddy Spoons.
C tier. B. I'll go with B.
Okay, Sina.
Bottom of B.
Okay, so B tier, Chixia. Yang.
Same. She's very situational. She lacks the capability of being actually a main DPS, even if you build her. But she can be used as buffer on MC and a battery for other DPSs if you lack the ER roles. So she's an option, situational option. And
Okay.
that's about it. She provides little grouping. It's not impressive to the point that you would use her primary for that purpose. So yeah, also bottom B tier for me.
Yep, same.
Bottom B tier. Okay, Tyro.
I just can't think of a reason to use her other than like a budget we wall
Okay,
grouper.
I mean,
and even then,
If
it's like,
if you want me, guys, I can first give my 2 cents since I built my Yang talents 10 set DPS, right?
I wanted to like her.
I like her. I think she's hot, but you know, I'm a gunner. So anyway, to the gameplay. For me, she feels really smooth to play. She's really fast. Her damage is garbage. Maybe if you put her on the Moonlit, sure, she can buff something, buff not. But personally, I don't think she fits into any team. Like, there is no team in this world that actually needs her. She's something like you would do a flex pick. If you wanna flex a team, you can put her on the 3rd slot as a flex. That's about it. I think we all agree on that, right? I mean, you probably guys didn't play her.
Yeah, I mean, for me, she's a D. I don't see
Yeah,
any
I
team
would-
I'd ever want to use
yeah,
her in.
Unfortunately,
I really liked her when I started playing the game and I built her, but I don't use her at all. But she has a really smooth kit. She's fun.
Yep.
She has a lot of style.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's like if her numbers were higher, she would probably be like an A tier. But her numbers are so low that she just has no real use, and nobody needs the energy regeneration other than maybe
Let me
Carlotta
just
sometimes.
check something real quick.
But it's like she's
Here's the-
basically you use her for S6 when you run out of teams to play in DPM and you just need something.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that she can
Here's
still
also
be.
one thing about Yang Yang. You don't have to justify spending pools on her because you'll just get her.
Oh, there's one thing you can do as well that I forgot to mention is you could put her on the healing sword and give her rejuvenating glow and turn her into like a budget support.
Isn't then the Moonlit just better?
It is, but you can play someone with Moonlit and use her as a healer, as a rejuvenating glow, because she gives you 20% attack.
The kitchen gonna burn. The kitchen gonna burn.
I'm just saying, like it's like what's his name?
I understand. I understand, but that's too much cooking. Yeah, too much cooking at this point. I mean, sure, if you don't have Verena or Shorekeeper and you are missing a user for the glow, you can put this
It's because she has a fast rotation.
Mm-hmm,
that's why I'm saying
yeah.
You get the 20% S6 and you get rejuvenating glow and you get some grouping. So it's like, yes, it's cope. It's 100% it's cope, but it's like, you know, she's not.
So,
she has a use,
and we're gonna give her a D, right?
I don't mind personally.
D for me.
Yeah, D.
I would give her a D for sure.
I
Right,
definitely put her
whatever.
lower than Yinlin. Yinlin's not great, but she's better than that.
But you have to spend pools to get Yilin. You don't have to spend.
That's
spend
true.
pools
This is
to
free.
go-
Okay,
Force.
Baiji.
would rather build her than the other characters, though.
That's why I rate every 4-star higher than limited.
Yeah,
characters.
Joker, you are right. You don't need that ER. I mean, sure, as I said, she's kind of like a flex spot if you really want to use her. I like Yang Yang as a character a lot. I like playing her. Her kit is super smooth. Like, Yang Yang kit is to this day one of the smoothest kits. If you did play it, right? But unfortunately, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, Baiji, the character we get for free.
Oh Jesus
DTR.
Christ!
She has such horrible gameplay. You have to throw the stupid little whatever that thing
Yeah.
is called down and hold. And then you have
I
to run and pick
don't
up the
agree with you.
figure.
I
don't know.
you know what?
I really don't like her.
I can even demonstrate to you that she's actually awesome in terms of how fast she is.
She needs variation to work.
And
that's-
Verena and Shorekeeper don't?
No. they
Or
don't.
what? We're gonna pretend just Baiji now needs variation?
I
What?
was able to play Verena or some fucking HP 3-star weapon and still do just as quick on S1 as it's like the difference of 2 seconds, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Baiji doesn't work without variation.
Kinda true, I guess.
Baiji will work, but she's a lot slower.
Yep,
and,
yep.
and that alone loses you a lot of DPS. She'll
Yes.
be like 2 to 4 seconds slower. You need like variation level 3 to get her to like a comfortable level. And you don't
Not
want
to
to
mention
you don't want to intro on her either. Because her intro takes too long. Even when you swap to her, because you want to double intro your sub DPS when you're playing with her. And even when you swap to her, you want to cancel her auto attack with her ult because everything she does is super slow. So you want to speed up.
Somebody did mention that Baiji lacks the buffs. Do you agree with that? Compared to the Verena and Shorekeeper and Mornaya.
let's be honest, no one ever picks that fucking feather. No one.
True. So outside her outro, she's kinda useless.
Yep.
She's a lot more useful than some of the other 4 stars. I wouldn't put her too low, but she's kind of like now that we have more supports out,
Her value drops.
just drops.
So
To be honest-
where would you put her, guys?
To be completely honest, I didn't even want to use her as a free-to-play option for Hour of Adversity when we were in 1.0. That's how bad she is.
You missed out. I overused my Baji. I still respect my Baji to this day. You guys can say whatever you want, but she was a good buffer in 1.0 until I pretty much used Baji until the shortkeeper. I was using Verina and Baji. So Verina was clearing my middle and Baiji was clearing left and right with the team. So I got nothing to say against Baiji. She was useful for a free character. Today she's pretty much, if you build her it's alright. If you don't build her you didn't lose anything pretty much. Right?
Yeah.
The only
Yeah,
thing she could clean would be never mind.
She can still be useful. For the
PG
for the new game mode, she's still useful. I will just say that. She's still useful.
The best thing about her is you get her at the start of the game for free.
Yep.
And if you don't have another support, she will do it. You don't need to level her very high. You can keep her at like level 60. She'll get the job done. But as soon as you get any other support, just leave her in the dust.
Okay. So ranking.
I would say next to Jixia.
G for Guntir.
I'd go C for me.
See.
Sina, you said what? Sorry?
I said G tier.
There is no Gunnar team. So pick
D.
D. Then I guess that's majority of C. Me personally, I think she's... but I'm a little bit biased since she did carry me in the early games. I would give her like B, honestly, just because I like her. But
if this was 1.0, she would be B, maybe.
If this was 1.0, I would give her S tier.
But times have changed.
Yeah, times changed. Okay, now we all know Sanhua. I think her value did drop with Linaye. I think Linaye is pretty much Sanhua 2.0, just way better. But that's just my 2 cents.
That's true.
I'd put her in A, I think. Either S or A.
Honestly, I still think, I will say just this. Whenever there is a problem in any team, if you don't have support, I usually just slap Moonlit Sanhua and the problem goes away.
My point exactly why triple S.
So, yes and no. I don't think she's anymore a triple S, but I would give her like S.
I'd be fine with S.
I could settle with double S.
Double S, guys. Not much to say, right?
I don't know. You're putting her on the same level as a Lupa or Chacona. I don't think she's that.
Yeah, that's my point too. So I wanted to put S. That's my point.
I don't think she's on that level.
When we consider, like she can go. She's like you said. She's kind of like the old Linnea. Where she can go with anyone.
Can I just for a moment? Sorry, Joker. You said you get her for free. Sure, but she does not work on S0. You need S6 for her to work properly.
That's also true.
So you need investment. It's not like you're gonna get her for free and you'll be like, oh, I got the best support in the game. No, you need to pull her to S6. Some people waited for like 1 year to get her to S6.
I still value her more than any other 4-star.
Oh yeah,
even
absolutely.
Bullying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bullying,
Same here.
I think there's a little bit too much glaze going on. Okay, because Sanhwa's great. She can go with most teams, but her ceiling is not very high. She doesn't have very many meta teams at all. Her best team is Camellia. Like, it's not amazing. It's like she's good. Like, I use her with Havoc Rover and I can clear content, but I would build her over any other 4-star probably besides Mortefi. We'll get to that when we get to that. But she's great. I would put her at A. That's about the level of like commitment I would put her in terms of like who I build next. Like you need like S4 or S5 or whatever, which gives her double her energy. So her speed time, her field time comes like 4 seconds to like 2.5 seconds if you get that, and she becomes usable on pretty much any team. But she doesn't elevate a team very high. She just puts it good enough, and you need a sweat to do that. So it's like, like I love her, I build her, she's great, but she's not that great. Like,
So A or S?
For me, it's A.
If we're considering A on S for me easily.
Tyro? Or you
Like
wanna
I
go
said, we
below that?
Yeah, for me, it's A.
Okay. Babaji?
I would say still S. Like bottom
there's
S.
a reason why she's the only 4-star with a skin.
Okay. Spoons?
S for me, I think. She's still really good on a lot of teams.
Well, as I said before, I will add my 2 cents. Pretty much it doesn't matter what TPS there is premium teams for her, as we discussed, Camellia and something like that. But usually, as I said, if there is an issue with ER, with rotations being too long, whatever the issue is in the tower when I'm clearing other people content, one thing I can always do is just slap Sanghua, Moonlit, doesn't matter the level of Sanghua or anything. It's just the matter if she got S6 or not. And the rotations are so fast that the DPS gets more the damage on the field, right? Buffs are great, so usually it is a clear. Usually, so yeah, I think I still highly see Sanghua being so fast that it doesn't matter her personal damage. It just matter how much buffs she gives and her field time. So that's an easy S for me. So majority voted S. We're gonna put her to S.
Yep.
Now, okay. Do you guys wanna add anything else to Sanghua?
Just no.
A D.
A D.
Add a D to Sanghua.
Fucking
She
gooners,
does
I
have-
swear.
She does have very high DPS for her field time. Like she's because she's like 2 or 4 seconds, and she gets her ult and her skill out so quickly. She does like incredibly high DPS because of the lack of time.
As
she's
I
on field.
said, I said this a couple of times. My Sanghua, when I drop her skill and liberation, it's around 150, plus maybe little less than 200k. But I play my Sanghua on the DPS set. I don't use Moonlit. I don't know how it's on Moonlit. I guess like 40% lower damage or something like that, even 50%
Can we-
lower.
Can we ban Zilla for what he said in chat?
Viguning and Vietoret Yohu. On that comment,
It
Yep.
is banworthy.
Is it banworthy? Yeah, I don't know. You guys are free to choose who you wanna goon on to. I don't judge. I accept the loli culture because that's the anime culture. I accept it. I don't care what people think about it. Me personally, I don't like lolis, but go ahead. Anyway, are you gonna rate the Jew or so-called?
Just
I
put him in
don't.
D.
I don't know
I
his
don't
name.
think
We can all agree D.
Yanu.
Okay.
Yuan Wu on paper is really, really good. On paper.
We don't. We
In
can't. We can't read.
practicality-
We can't read.
In practicality, he's useless.
John Woo.
Literally.
Oh, that's his name. Okay. I mean, my John Woo is built. Never use him. Anyway, Tauchi. S S
I
S
mean,
S for tits.
She's a double B.
she has
Double
two
B.
really
Double
good
D.
arguments.
I don't know.
She works with quick swapping in like Jinshi team and can kind of work with Carlota. But apart from that,
I think she has some niche uses, but she does
Yeah.
like 0 damage. She has
I would
long
s-
field time.
I would
it's
still
not
put her
super
above Baiji, to be honest.
Oh, yep.
Everything Spoons and Cinna said, I agree with. Like she's got a lot of downsides, but she does no damage. But she's kind of fun to play, to be honest. I kind of like her, but I like it's like she's not going to be used on anywhere except maybe a budget Carlotta option. Like
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make like rank below D that
I
would
did-
say tier R replacements.
I did try her with
And Taoki
Frolova.
would fit there perfectly.
I did try her with Frolova and Chuyan, and she got like 6K in Topa, but even then, there's better options. Like you can just use Donjin or even Lumi. She's like she's not unusable, but she's not worth investing in.
Yeah. She's still better than Baiji.
Well, my 2 cents about
Yeah, I'll maybe
Tauchi.
put her above Baiji.
I built her on the Discord and Moonlit. She's fine. I played it. I played Tauchi for the longest time, maybe amongst all of you, probably, because I played Tauchi until Brand with Changli, main DPS. So my view of her is pretty much high, but I don't use her anymore since Brand. Then Brand got replaced by Lupa. Now Tauchi is just there. I don't know, build sitting, but yeah, kind of unusable for me. But I don't see that much issues with her. You need to swap to her and then go back to the premium support to apply the buffs. Then you go back to her because her concerto is kind of garbage. So yeah, you kind of need to intro onto her, right, to get that concerto. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting time on the field.
And the bad thing, like the bullying is doing same thing, like same buffs, but
better.
bullying is much faster.
Yeah.
And yeah, better.
So
She reminds me
Also
of
power creep.
She reminds me of Janshin a lot, like similar issues.
but let's keep in mind that the biggest shield in the game is Tauchi.
No, it's Fleur de Lis.
Fleur de Lis? What do you mean Fleur de Lis biggest shield?
Oh, you mean those shields? Never mind.
What shield did you? What shield are you talking about? Wait! What shield are you talking about?
Shield hero.
I think he.
She's got the best airbags in the game.
I think he's talking about something else. Maybe Chixa.
Raiji.
Maybe Chixa got good shield as
I
Tauchi.
think Cantarella is just a little bit bigger.
Yeah. I don't know, between Chixa and Tauchi, I don't know who got better shield. Honestly, I would say Tauchi, if you build her fully on the defense, got better shield, right? I'm not actually sure, but yeah.
Brand has pretty good shields as well.
I mean, Tauki also has the counters, right?
Anyway, how would we vote Tauchi in what tier list?
If we put Baiji in C, I would put between C and B. Higher than Baiji for sure.
Okay, Tyro.
That's it.
Put her above Baija, but below Genshin. So between those two.
Wait, who Genshin? Who is
The
Genshin?
lady.
Oh, Aeroid. Okay, Basila.
One spot higher than Baiji.
Okay, I guess we all agree this.
Yeah, that's fine with me as well.
Me personally, I think you're all dumb placing Baiji below Tauchi, but sure, let's move on. Let's see. Dungeon.
Dungeon Mines, enough said.
Imagine placing Baiji in Tauchi. Baiji's.
I mean, a dungeon used to be really good. People would clear pretty much everything with her. She can't really do it anymore.
What happened?
HP inflation happened.
Oh, I see. Does anybody here play Dungeon?
I
No.
play her.
No? Anybody? Really?
I do play her.
I have
Okay.
skill issues. I don't play Dungeon.
I don't play her as a main DPS. I play her as a support. She works perfectly well with Havoc Rover and Forlova. Like you can clear Forlova
Yeah, as a
Dungeon
support.
Verena, or you can clear Havoc Rover on Dungeon Verena. You can do like double intro shenanigans there as well. She's got a 16-second cooldown on her ult, so that works. You're gonna sweat though, so I wouldn't recommend her for casual players. But if you want to have some fun, you want someone to build, and you're free to play, I recommend Dungeon.
So we should put her into the SSS tier, and why?
Simply because of Dungeon Mines. Clearing a hologram blinded with your face down the freaking water. on playing on a freaking dance mat and clearing with solo dungeon any hologram
I've
at
actually seen
difficulty 6
someone
is worth it.
clear solo dungeon with a guitar. You know, one of those
Yeah.
guitar heroes.
Dungeons Kid
She's honestly too memed to be
she,
judged as a regular character.
I don't really agree with the memes because like the memes kind of suggest that she's hard to play. She's not. She's like one of the easiest, smoothest characters you'll play. She's kind of like Spectre Rover in that sense, where like she's got huge parry when attacks, like they linger. She's got tons of vulnerability frames. Like she's not that hard to play. She's just
She's definitely
low
better.
health.
She's definitely better DPS than Chisha, and that says a lot. Like, if
Yes.
Chisha is in B tier, then Dungeon is A tier for sure. If we judge
I don't know, like just because we put like
hell no.
Cam and Zani and like Encore at high B,
But
like it's hard for me to
that's-
put her in A tier.
That's exactly the same point with 4 stars. You don't waste that many pool for 4 stars. You get them
That's
over
true.
time. It's not about pool value. It's about build value with 4
Right.
stars. And she's
Yeah, so
definitely worth building.
it's hard for me to
especially-
place her though. That's what. So I don't know.
4
definitely
stars
somewhere.
deserve separate tier list, to be honest.
True.
That
Like if
all,
I'm comparing them to other people, I would put her in like bottom B. But if I was like had a 4-star tier list, I'd put her in A.
Yep.
anybody else?
I think for me, she's probably above Chixia. So just below Rover,
Yeah.
but in front of Chixia.
Mm.
Yep.
Sina?
I agree to put her even higher than Rovers, to be honest. Simply because of the fact that the memes.
I mean, I can give my 2 cents. I don't agree with you because Rover, especially Spectral Rover, is more valuable than the dungeon. Spectral Rover
will-
can
will
fit
you
into
do-
any team.
Will you do hologram solo with Spectral Rover?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did it. I
Yes.
got it on my YouTube channel. I know you didn't check it, but I got some solo runs.
Yeah. I do have live.
Oh, you do have live? Let me tell you. I mean, I did say this before. Do you know how hard it is to play dungeon? You need mouse, right? So left attack, dodge. Here is your skill, and here is your liberation. That's how you play dungeon.
Liberation is optional.
So-
The very
B
first
tier.
time the enemy attacks.
B tier above Chixa, and you guys, would you say above Rover?
She's the same as Rover for me.
No. Just
I
put
don't-
Rovers.
Either way.
I value Rovers more than Dungeon, but that's up to you guys. You decide.
I do think Rover has more versatility, but maybe Dungeon's the more fun character for solo players.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sure.
Just
No.
put her anywhere next to Rover. I'm okay with it.
Like in between, I'm gonna put them in here in between, and you'll be happy.
Rover sandwich.
go. Yeah.
Then we got Alto.
Then we got a D tier.
Alto.
I know
So-
a lot of people don't like Alto, but he actually does a lot of damage. If you build him, he does a lot of damage.
I've seen him do like Chixa level damage.
Oh really?
Yeah, but that's third-hand experience. Like I've seen like because I wanted to see what's possible, so I looked it up on like YouTubers and stuff that built him. He's done like Chixa level damage.
I don't play with males, so every male is just 2 tiers below what he should be, probably. Anyway.
But unlike Chixa, he has a taunt. Like he generates like a clone, and the boss will turn around and attack the clone. So he's
You can talk about
lot
him
easier
for-
to play.
Listen, I have a hot take. You can talk about him for like 10 minutes, and I have to walk my dog.
Okay.
So where are we placing Alto?
Be right back, anyway.
D.
B.
I think at least on the same as Chixia.
Okay. Mortifi.
So I think Mortefi's quite a valuable character right now.
Mhm.
He works really well with Galbrena. He works really well with Augusta. So I'd put him at least with Sanhua. Either A
Yeah.
or S for me.
Ooh, damn.
For me, he's above Sanwa because he works with Augusta, and that's the best free to play team in the game. He's got a like his he doesn't have as many teams as Sanwa, but the teams that he is on, he elevates them much higher than she would, and he's basically like a 5-star support for Augusta. And you can put him with Phoebe, you can put him with Zani, you can put him with any heavy attacker, even what's his name, Bamboo Guy, Gian. Like he elevates them to a team where they can clear comfortably, and he doesn't have a lot of field time. He's very simple to play. You can put him with Lupa quick swaps, and he does well there. I recently took Mist off because I wanted to give it to Lene, and I put him on Cadenza, and he has some like quick swap stuff you can do with him where you can make his rotation super short with like double intros and stuff, and he clears amazingly. So for me, he's above Songwa. Best 4-star in the game.
That's it?
For me, he's like maybe more valuable than Jixia. So,
Spoons?
but that's it.
Yeah, I value him quite high as well. I think he gives a really big, I think it's 38% heavy attack buff in his outro, which is quite a lot. It's very specific, but a lot of the top teams at the moment are heavy attack damage characters.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got really high value.
Where would you guys put him on the tier list? Tyro, you go first.
I would put him just above Sanwa.
Okay. Babaji.
Above the Jixia. One spot.
Okay. Spoons.
I think S for me as well.
Well, I'm
Either-
gonna. Okay.
The same as Sanwa or above her. Doesn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm. I will just say this. I don't know what guys you are smoking. I want some.
I knew this was coming.
Well, I'm smoking pineapple ice.
Okay. I don't know. It's a crime to put it above Phoebe or even above Jeji. I don't know what you guys are smoking, putting stuff.
You know what? It's not only that he's a good buffer, he's a 4-star.
Yeah, and you don't need S6.
You have
either.
to-
You perfectly
No,
usable
you,
S0.
you don't need S6. Come on, let's not.
You don't. You really don't.
But you need Cadenza.
You don't even need to build him. You can put him. You can make him level 40 and an unbuilt Moonlit, and
Let's go like this. I will vote B, and since it's 2 versus 2, he's gonna become A.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
That's fine.
Like putting him above Sanhua, even above Jeji. I don't know.
I mean, Jeji's buffing how many different characters?
Who?
Jeji.
She can buff
Jeji's not
all of
that
them.
good.
She can buff all of them.
Gangli, Lotta.
And she's a 5-star limited character, whereas he's a 4-star.
but sure. But for a 4-star, we need to consider S6. I'm not considering 4 stars S0. They're useless S0. Right. I need to wrap up in 10 minutes. So let's do this quickly. Yohu.
Yeah, let's.
D.
D. We are
Yeah, I
already
don't
D.
think
You wanna put
very good.
Yehudi.
Okay. Lumi.
Oh,
Tauchi
I don't know.
level.
I haven't played Lumi. You play Lumi?
I guess
She's better than Tauchi.
Not really.
but-
I play Lumi as a main DPS. I guess I can give a 2 cents, right? She's definitely not worth building. She's kinda hard to play. Her damage is not that high. I don't know. If you want a gimmick DPS just to have fun, build Lumi. Otherwise, she will clear left and right floors, level 90 enemies in the tower. For Whimpering, she's useless. For Hologram, she's useless. C tier, honestly, she's gorgeous to look, fun to play. At least me, kind of hard, fun but hard to play, I would say. But C
Another
tier.
furry.
No, she's actually not a furry. But
She has ears and a tail. She's a furry.
that's a robotic tail. Stop putting
Those are
that furry in my mouth. So we can all agree C tier.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think she's
that's-
about Tauchi.
Sure. Then we got Baiji. No, sorry, not Baiji. What was her name? Bullying.
Well, she should be good, but yeah, don't know.
Probably the best 4-star healer, so probably B. Like she's worth building. She'll probably have more future value once more status comes out. She's smooth to play. I like her a lot, but she's not better than Verena. Verena's just better. So there's not really a reason to build her if you have Shorekeeper Verena. But if you don't have one of those, she'll be better than Baija.
Okay. And what rank would you guys put her for Styro?
B.
Babaji.
I mean, she's better than Moteflip, so, but let's say C, B.
Okay. Spoons.
Yeah, B is good, I think.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna give her B. Where should we place her at B?
Bottom somewhere.
Bottom.
Like above Chisa, maybe?
Okay.
Below Rover.
like this. Okay. Okay. You guys got any ending words? You wanna say something about this tier list? Just to make sure, guys, this is not my tier list, so I will do my own. I wanted to invite the people in the community who know a lot about the game and get their perspective. This is pretty much voted tier list of the guys who are my community, who always watches me. So before you raise your pitchforks, and I know you will, this video will go onto the YouTube. Don't raise at me. There is some parts that I don't agree with here, but they voted like that. So any ending words? Let's start with the Tyro. You got anything else to add to this tier list? Maybe you agree or disagree with something.
I don't mind this tier list. It's not that bad. There's a couple things I disagree with. First of all, Cantarella's not that versatile. I would put her maybe even in B tier or like next to what's the name? Zhezha. I don't like Cantarella. She's clunky. She's not versatile. Don't like her. Yuno's great, but she's not on the same level as those other SSS. I would put her like below Augusta. And Galbrena, she's also great, but there's better coming out. And once Amy comes, she's going to be maybe A tier. But right now, I would put her in S. So besides those three glaring things, I think the tier list is not that bad. I agree with most of it. Yeah.
Okay. Babaji.
If I say so, this is like the best tier list you will ever see. Follow it and you will be bricked.
Anything else you wanna add to the tier list?
I mean, there's few things.
Yes, you can say about you personally agree or disagree, so people know.
Yeah, I'm like crying here for my Camellia, my Zeshi. But it's fine. I will just go sleep.
Okay. Anything else you wanna add?
That's it. GG.
Okay. Spoons.
I think for me, I probably rate Chisa quite a lot more than C. For me, she's probably an A, and I feel like she's going to get a lot of value with upcoming characters. Besides that, I really don't like Cantarella. I don't think she's an S. I'd put her probably in B somewhere. And maybe move up Phoebe to an S. Probably what I'd change.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, well, let's wrap it up then. So for this tier list, we had Mr. Tyro, Mr. Badzilla, Mr. Frozen
Hi.
Spoons, Sinafi, and Hippo, who left us. I appreciate you for coming here, spend this almost 4 hours of yapping. Thank you very much. I hope you did like the content. And how about you guys on the Twitch side and YouTube side? Did you like this type of content? Should we do like more of this stuff? Me talking to the community, so you always get, if anybody wanna know next time apply, we can do some more stuff. I do like interacting with you guys like this, right? This was fun. I actually, this 4 hours went like this, not gonna lie. For me it was fun. Listening to other people, they had a lot to say. Some stuff I agreed, some stuff I didn't agree, but mostly they had some good points, right? I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate you taking 4 hours of your life so we can talk about tier lists. Yeah, that's about all. Thank you for coming, guys. I'm gonna...
Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
thanks.
was fun.
And
Peace. Okay, guys.